You know, the Eagles are a very well-rounded team. Can beat you at any three phases of the football: special teams, offense, and defense. You know, they have 2 all-pro receivers, all-pro quarterback, all-pro running back, all-pro O-line, all-pro D-line, all-pro corners.
They're well put together.
It's a real testament to how good these guys are. You know, before this, I would have said the Lions are the best team in the NFC, but currently that goes to the Eagles. I think they're currently the best team in could be the NFL, but definitely the NFC.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Fever Pitch Podcast. I'm your co-host, Brian.
I'm there. How you doing?
Say what's going on.
What's happening?
A lot has happened in sports, from football, college football, NFL, to basketball. But let's just get straight into it. What's going on in college football? Talk to me, Zay.
All right, let's cut straight to it. The Heisman this year went to Travis Hunter, as we all know. But I've got one question. How is that possible? You know, how is that certainly possible? Because if we being honest, Ashton Jeanty was the most electrifying. And just something we haven't seen at the running back position in years, you know? He was getting pulled at halftime after averaging 200 yards and a half. He was literally getting pulled at halftime. Right? He still got 2,000 yards. He was getting pulled at halftime. You know, today I don't think the trophy means as much as it has, you know, in past, you know, for sure. I don't think it means. I think it's like a popularity contest. I don't know. Just don't think, you know. Don't think it. How did y'all feel about the Heisman? Who do you think should won? Who y'all think should have won?
I'm not mad that Travis Hunter won the Heisman. A little shocked. I thought Jeanty had a good case. But the marketing, the media, all the signs are kind of pointing to Travis Hunter winning. So it doesn't surprise me, but I definitely think it should have went to Jeanty. But I'm not mad that Travis got.
I definitely think that Jeanty should have won, but I'm not surprised that Travis won. You know, it's a media game. You know, who's a bigger market name than Travis Hunter? He goes to Colorado University. He's coached by Coach Prime. And especially in this NIL era, they're blockbuster. He goes on stream with Kai Cenat. He gets out there. He gets his face out there. He's more marketable.
Kai Cenat.
You know?
Kai Cenat.
I'm sure you guys even saw like when he would be getting celebration recommendations from Kai. Right? He would do them after he got an interception or a touchdown. Right? And
he himself,
but I do think
I think he was streaming himself too.
Yes, he does stream himself too. So he's just a big name in general. He's not just a football player. He's a celebrity at this point. And I think that has to be factored in as well. And considering all those things, and also the fact that I think we can't understate the fact that he is playing like all snaps of the football game. You know, I think that's also a big factor that went into these decisions. You know, to play at that high of a level on both sides of the ball every game is also something that we haven't seen before. So
let me speak some numbers real fast. You know, Jeanty carried the rock 344 times, racked up 2,497 rushing yards, and found the end zone 29 times. He was averaging 7.3 yards a carry. Where did they do that, bro? He was averaging 7.3 yards a carry.
Do you have any stats on how many snaps Travis Hunter took overall this season?
I think it was something like 300 something.
He only took 300 the whole season?
I think it was like 600 something. I think it was.
I was about to say he's playing both sides.
And it wasn't even about him averaging. He was averaging a whopping 178.4 yards a game. Who's averaging 178 points? That's regular. He didn't even play most of his games fully.
You don't think that the overall strength of like competition was to account for it? I know that they played Oregon, but outside of that, who did they really play?
Who did Travis and them really play?
Let me see.
Well,
Who did they really play?
Well, now, the Big 12 is not
Who they
great.
really
It's not bad. I wouldn't say they didn't play anybody.
Like
Hold
let's
on
compare
now.
Boozy. Let's compare Boozy's to let's compare Boozy's to
Hold on now. I wouldn't say that they didn't play anybody. They played a few people. They played Baylor.
Who though?
They played Baylor, you know.
Okay.
What you mean okay? Baylor's not
Texas
bad.
Tech.
Texas Tech.
Baylor's not bad. Okay.
You know.
Kansas.
Okay.
Kansas
A
is
basketball
awful.
school?
No, Kansas is not good. Kansas isn't good. I'm sorry.
Nebraska.
Nebraska's also not
O-line.
good.
I get it.
Yeah, Matt Rule
But that's
sucks.
not really.
Nebraska's not good. They played Arizona. They played Baylor. They played Utah. That's really it. Oh wait, no, that's last year. So yeah, really just Baylor, Arizona, Cincinnati, Utah, and if you want to count Kansas, sure. But yeah, I mean, when you look at it, they didn't really play that much. It wasn't really. They didn't really play that much bump either. I'm looking at it.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like you can't even use. Yes, I get it. Travis Hunter's story is great, right? Don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
He's a two-way player playing on Coach Prime, right? Pulling off, flashy moments here and there, but he's not the best receiver in the league, or is he the best corner in college football? Neither. He won a Blitmikoff. I don't know how that's possible. He won a Blitmikoff. I do not know how that's possible. I know Dan.
Ted. But that Nick Nash guy, I mean, I guess he put up some crazy numbers, but the level of competition was awful. He was playing a bunch of nobody.
Yeah, he had a triple crown, but I'm saying,
I mean, despite all the things of like competition, I mean, we can't just like push aside the fact that he had the triple crown. I mean, I think that's something worth looking at. I think he should have won the Biletnikoff Nash.
Yeah, for sure. I think he should have won something. I just don't think. Obviously, I'm not downplaying Travis Hunter. He's phenomenal, but I don't think he's. Because when you look at the award, you gotta look at it and be like, it's something similar like the MVP. Like who really put that team in that bag? Jeanty is the only reason that Boise is in the college football playoff with the 3rd seed, and Colorado was playing in a bowl game. That's about it. They're not really going to the college football playoffs. So, Boise State entire playoff run was basically on Jeanty's shoulders.
That's a fact. Because
he's simply the whole offense.
Yeah,
that's really it.
That's a super fact.
They did have a super close game with Oregon. It was only 3 points.
Exactly. And I think he ran for like.
I got the stats right here.
What did he run for?
192 yards, 3 touchdowns on 25 carries. That's actually nuts.
Against the 1 seed. Come on,
Hey.
But hey, congrats, congrats to Travis for sure. No hate, congrats to Travis for sure. I just think the Heisman is supposed to go to, the most outstanding player in college football. Not the most marketable one. You know what I'm saying?
Well said. Well, shout out to Ashton Jeanty for winning the Doak Walker Award. Best running back in college football. And he was also back-to-back Mountain West Player of the Year. So he didn't get the big prize, so he definitely got his recognition for.
He got some jewelry. He got some jewelry to go home with for the draft.
Yes, indeed.
I think. Did you guys hear what Jeanty said after the Heisman presentation?
What did he say?
No, what did you say?
He was basically saying he feels like he should have won, but all respect to Travis Hunter, but he doesn't understand how he doesn't win with what he did. But it's like, I get what you're feeling, but like, come on, like, don't say that to the media. It's not like a class act to say that to the media, in my opinion. Like,
no, I think Jeanty was the most class act. He showed up to the media with Boise State on. Everyone else showed up in, streets, fashion wear. But he's real repping about his school. Repping his school, repping his his people because he's like, I wouldn't be there without them. So
Man,
I think he should have. I think he had every right to say he should have won the award because I think a lot of people won the award. He also won the fan vote. So Travis didn't even win the fan vote.
the
Jeanty won the
whole
fan vote.
the whole discussion about class or what have you, he didn't say nothing wrong. He gave his opinion. Like,
Gave his opinion,
yeah,
so I think,
I lost, so yeah, I'm a not downplay, but it's like I probably should have won, and I think that I had a better case than the guy that y'all picked. So I'm going to say that. I don't see what the issue is. I mean, I guess don't be a sore loser, but people have opinions. So if you ask me my opinion, if I'm Ashton Jeanty, I'm gonna give you my opinion. I probably should have won that joint.
No, I hear you guys, but definitely just saying that to the media, it definitely paints like a narrative that like, oh, in losses, like you're gonna present to somebody who is gonna be like, oh, we should have won that. But it's like shoulda, coulda, woulda. Yes, you did great this season, but like let's keep it a bean. The results are the results, and we can't change the results. You feel me? Like on to the next. Like he's going to be a first round draft pick, and to just like tack that on there at the end, it's like, why do that? But how do you guys think Travis Hunter is feeling? Do you feel like he feels like he should have won? Do you feel like he's feeling any type of like imposter syndrome?
He was campaigning the whole season.
he was campaigning all season for it. I mean, you feel me? He did the Heisman celebration. I mean, he campaigned all season for us. I don't think he don't think he shouldn't have won. I think if you're a nominee for the award, I think you should have won. So congrats to him for sure though. Congrats.
Yeah. Proud.
Hey, salute. And I know we got a lot of bowl games coming up later this month before the playoffs.
No, I think the playoffs are Friday, 20th.
For real?
My first round is 20th. Indiana versus Notre Dame. That's for this Friday, and then Saturday I think is SMU, Penn State, Clemson, Texas, and Tennessee, Ohio.
So the bowl games go on during the same time as the playoffs now?
Yeah.
Bowl games are this weekend sometimes. There was some bowl games this weekend. I just want to shout out Army versus Navy. It's a lot of those. It's a great tradition of football. Navy won this year. Army was spanking them for a while, but Navy won this year. It's a great game to watch. I just wanted to, get that in there.
Yes, indeed. Absolutely. Yes, indeed. Thank you for your service.
But
but there are bowl games going on throughout right now. Like Jackson State played in a bowl game recently, so it's an ongoing process.
It's a bunch of bowl games.
Okay, all right, bet.
Let me get your predictions on these first round games though. We got number 10 Indiana going against number 7 Notre Dame, 8 p.m. Friday. Which I got.
I'm gonna take Notre Dame.
I'll take the Hoosiers. Take the Hoosiers.
I'm gonna take the luck of the Irish. I'm gonna take Notre Dame too. Saturday we got SMU versus Penn State, 12 o'clock. Who y'all got?
We are. Come on, give me Penn State.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Penn State.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Penn State as well. Then we got at 4 o'clock we got Clemson, number 12 Clemson versus number 5 Texas. At Texas.
I got Texas.
Well, at Texas, give me Texas.
I got Texas.
Give me Texas.
I don't care. It can be on Mars. I got Texas.
And I think this is going to be the best game of the weekend. We got number 9 Tennessee versus number 8 Ohio State at Ohio State, 8 p.m. late game.
I got Tennessee.
Give me Tennessee here.
I just can't bet against Ohio State and Ohio State, so I'm going to go Ohio State.
I mean, Ohio State just lost to Michigan this year, so I don't know what their overall morale looks like.
Stay in the playoffs. That's all of that. And then the quarterfinals is that Tuesday after Christmas, so we'll see that. But we'll talk about that next episode.
Sure. Should be a good first round.
For sure. I like it.
Oh, it's definitely going to be interesting. Let me talk to you guys a little bit about what's going on in the NFL. Bills versus Lions. I can't believe how dynamic this Bills versus Lions game was. Josh Allen is making a clear case for why he should be the MVP. And I think we're beginning to see the inklings of crumblings in Detroit. Do you guys think that the injuries are catching up to them this season?
See, I think the injuries they're piling up pretty well. Demo just went out for with MCL strain. He's done for the season. David Montgomery, he's done for the season. So it really is catching up to him. It's catching up to him, but I don't think they're out of it. They just need to get that defense back together. Some people's got to step up. You just got to step up. That's just, next man up. That's just, they got to have that type of mentality. With Dan Campbell, I think he's the type of coach that's going to have you ready to go, run through a brick wall in the morning. So I think they'd be good, but they definitely met that match. Definitely met that match Sunday. Like I said, they would. Josh going against the best player in the NFL is really hard to win a football game. Going against the best QB who's on fire right now. It's just really hard.
One of the best. Game. One of the best.
What's he talking about? But either way, it's really hard to win a football game. I think that was the best game of the weekend. I would have gave it to the. I think the Steelers and the Eagles game were pretty good too, but the Bills and the Lions was definitely a game. Could it be a Super Bowl preview? You say?
We're talking about Josh Allen's performance, but can we talk about Jared Goff? 494 yards, 5 touchdowns on 38 for 59, 0 interceptions. He was on fire.
Yeah, for sure. I think, Jared Goff's up there in MVP conversation too. I
think the main thing was they started off slow. The Bills got that 14-0 lead, and ever since that, they were clawing back the whole game. I think that's what really led to the Bills winning here. Especially at Lions is crazy. Yeah, you would think that they wouldn't really start that slow at home, but they're kind of beat up and bruised. It's been a long season, and especially with David Montgomery going out for the rest of the season, it's definitely not getting any better. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like you guys echoed some really good points. It does seem like a potential Super Bowl matchup. The Lions have first the Aiden Hutchinson injury and the David Montgomery injury. They've taken a lot of blows at some really bad at unforeseen times. So obviously, has to rely more on Jahmyr Gibbs, and Jared Goff thrives when the rushing attack is fluid. So hopefully Jahmyr Gibbs can keep up the efficiency as the true bell cow back now, but this could be a major blow to the playoff run.
I don't think it's gonna have like you're saying, Dan. I don't think it's gonna have any short-term effects, but especially deep in the playoffs, we're gonna start seeing like the Aiden Hutchinson not being there is gonna have a big effect. Now David Montgomery not being there. Now essentially you're putting all the reps on Jahmyr Gibbs. And the whole season, he's used to splitting them, especially getting a lot of rest so he can really burst off like that. How is he going to be able to handle those increased reps, Like most running backs in the league are used to having, like, there being a true RB1. But since they were running that committee style, to switch it, especially like in the last 3 weeks of the season, it's going to be interesting for sure, especially as they're trying to maintain that number 1 overall seed.
I think Gibbs is okay. He's a Bama boy. Yeah, he used to being a bell cow. He's good. I think he'll be fine. But I think it's also on to Dan Campbell to stop making risky calls. I don't think the call was super dumb, but I definitely want the onside kick with 12 minutes left to Josh Allen, who's been red hot, who's scored 90 points in 2 weeks. I wouldn't definitely onside kick it with 12 minutes left, down 10. I think you need to get that coaching correct right now before. We got 2 weeks left. Was it 2 weeks left? 2 weeks left?
About 2 weeks left. 3 weeks.
2 weeks left before playoffs.
3
weeks left before playoffs, and I think with this loss, you made it real close. The Eagles are 12-2. The Eagles are 11-2. What are they? 11-2 or 12-2? The Vikings are 11-2. Now everyone's 11-2. So the 1 seed you had locked up is now up for grabs. So I just think get back to the drawing board. Go out there. Who they got next week?
The Lions play. Let me see. They play the Bears this upcoming Sunday.
Go out there next week. Get a bounce back. He'll put up 50. They'll put up 50.
Oh,
for sure.
They're 4-0 in the North. So, as it goes to show you.
But I think that last game, the Vikings versus Lions game, is actually going to be very crucial for the number 1 seed in the NFC now.
Be a great game. Be a great game. I think the Vikings are currently up on the Bears as we speak. So, yeah.
Yeah. But talk to me about the Buccaneers versus Chargers.
First of all, I told y'all. I picked the Bucs, but Baker Mayfield keeps proving how solid the Browns are. And if you watch the game, first of all year, he's been playing like a top 5 quarterback, in my opinion. And this was just another stamp on that passport. 40-17 victory over the Chargers. It was pretty balanced to start off, but they kind of pulled away in the second half. It was 7-7. Both the Chargers and the Buccaneers were able to get things going through the air. In the second quarter, old boy threw a touchdown pass to Quentin Johnston, who's having a epic sophomore. What's the opposite of a sophomore slump? Like a sophomore spring? Like he's really showing why he was a first-round wide receiver. And nonetheless, even when the run first offense or Greg Roman, Quentin Johnston's having a very amazing season. So as he scored that another touchdown there in the second quarter, the Buccaneers really kind of locked in the second half. On them, maybe Todd Bowles showed them like some motivational videos in the locker room or what have you. But the second half, the switch was hit, and they put the foot on the gas, and they didn't look back. Baker Mayfield threw for 288 yards, 4 TDs, and 1 pick. 135.3 passer rating. He's been balling all year, and Mike Evans put on the show. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it doesn't look likely, but he still might hit that 1,000-yard threshold. You got what? You would have to average 84 yards over these next 3 games. I really think it's possible. And the Bucs defense, when they're hot, they're hot. You saw it in the Super Bowl run. They just always they can always hit that gear. They don't always do it, but they can. So that just goes to show it was a really good game. If you got time to watch the highlights, catch the replay, but it was epic to say the least.
Are the Bucs a contender in y'all's minds right now?
And that division for sure. Somebody got to win that. Somebody got to win that division. So
they're gonna lock up the South and probably win the playoff game, and then get bounced out in the divisional.
That's fair. What about the Chargers?
They're 8-5, and
playoff team.
Yeah, they're a playoff team. They took 2 bad L's back to back, so that kind of, I think they gotta kind of have a come to Jesus moment right before the playoffs, try to iron out the kinks. But I think they'll be fine. Probably a 1 and done, if I'm being honest, but still a good year nonetheless.
For sure, especially first year underneath Jim. Great year.
Facts.
Jim is always going to do Jim things. Great coach. Harbaugh family runs in the blood.
No, let's stop with Jim. Don't know about that dude, John.
John did win.
Can we be serious?
John did win.
Exactly.
Let's not talk about that dude, John.
John did.
He won a Super Bowl.
John did win.
But let's talk about the Steelers versus Eagles. Don't hate me, but I'm not surprised by the result of this Steelers versus Eagles game. Eagles are clearly the better team. We kind of talked about it a little bit last week, going back and forth of, does Pittsburgh have enough? Do they or do they not? Clearly in Pennsylvania, the best team is the Eagles. When you looked at this matchup, right, everybody thought that Russell Wilson was going to be that guy, is going to do what he had to do, but what do you really have to show for it? 128 yards and 1 touchdown. The Eagles defense was all over him. Shut him out in the second half. Najee Harris had 6 carries for 14 yards. The number 1 wide receiver in the game for the Steelers was Calvin Austin with 5 receptions and 65 yards. Respectfully, where was Wait, did he even play?
Yeah, he was injured. George Pickens
didn't play. So let me just can I jump in on that?
Go ahead.
For sure. I don't think it's a testament to the Steelers being bad or anything how you say, but I think it's just a testament of how good the Eagles are. You know, the Eagles are a very well-rounded team. Can beat you at any three phases of the football: special teams, offense, and defense. You know, they have 2 All-Pro receivers, All-Pro quarterback, All-Pro running back, All-Pro O-line, All-Pro D-line, All-Pro corners.
They're
Simply, it's just a
they're
testament of
well
how
put together.
it's a real testament of how good these guys are. You know, before this, I would have said the Lions are the best team in the NFC, but currently that goes to the Eagles. I think they're currently the best team in could be the NFL, but definitely the NFC. But I don't think this is really done. I think the Steelers will bounce back. Next week they play the Ravens, easy dog walk in the bank. Watch this guy laugh.
Bank,
Watch this guy laughing.
you don't mean that.
Easy dog walk in the
You
bank.
don't mean that.
Pickens should be back. They rested Pickens for a reason because they did not care about dropping this game. They just want to lock up. They just want to lock up the North. What they will next week with the win. They'll lock up the North. And then
this Ravens hate is just
they'll lock up the North easily. You know what I'm saying? Najee will be back on his horses. So, you know, it'll be a good, the Steelers are all right. You know, they've been there before. Yeah, for sure.
What do you think, Dan?
Hey, they're 10-4. So even with this loss to Philly, they could bounce back and go on a little run. But like we said last week, this stretch, Philly, Pittsburgh, KC, Cincy, it's gonna get ugly, and we already seeing it. I don't think they win any. Yeah, they might lose out. Not gonna lie to you. I can see it.
Sick.
Thank you.
I can
That's
see
what I
that
said last
happening.
week, but I sounded like a bad man. But after you see this,
Let me get the mic. You know, Brian usually tell you how the game's gonna go. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try. All right, right. We're gonna go back. We're gonna end out the Steelers season. All right. Ravens, Steelers, December 21st, 4:30 at the bank. Steelers worked down there, beat them 27-0. Easy. Right. Then they go to Arrowhead. They go to Arrowhead, right? They go to Arrowhead, play the banged up Chiefs teams that find ways to win, keep digging it out. They lose. They go out there and beat Kansas City. Chiefs lose 14-35. Then they end the season with the Bengals. Depending if they already got that seat locked up at the North, they won't play nobody. What they do, they win that game also. So it really depends, you know. But they go 3-0 easy. 42-0. Easy. Easy.
I got them winning
easy.
one more game, and that's against the Bengals.
most respectful way possible.
Why do you think they lose in this next game? Let's just hop on that real fast.
I think that they're going to lose this next game because one thing that people don't realize is the Ravens defense is actually getting healthy now. Our player leading in sacks is finally back. 2 key defensive players are back after the bye. All right. And you guys have to realize the Ravens had one of the latest byes this season. So now that they've had some time to readjust and reacclimate, things are going to begin flowing. And it's at exactly the right time. This is the right time to get healthy and start picking up steam. And with 3 games left in the season, it is exactly enough time for the Ravens to get back to where they need to be. So they're going to play the Steelers at home and win. They're then going to play the Texans at Texans and win. And then they're going to close out the season with the Browns at Ravens and win. And let me tell you why. Because you guys are underestimating the value of Kyle Van Noy. Within the first few weeks of the season, he was one of the players leading the league in sacks. And now that he's back, that pressure is going to be on the offenses that play against the Ravens. Even when we played the Steelers the first time, Kyle Van Noy wasn't in. We had a lot of injured players and players not playing on our defense. But now everybody is back, especially at home. And we have some vengeance, honestly. Last game was 16-18 with a poor performance by all phases of the Ravens. So when things actually click, which they will, you guys are about to see.
I'm bothered because you didn't mention the 2 players that give you a shot at any given moment. Why are you mentioning the defense? I don't trust our defense still. If you don't have 8 and 22, it's chalk. Those are the only reasons why I'm picking the Ravens in any matchup, because at 8 and 22, I don't care about the defense. Like, I'm thoroughly shocked you didn't mention Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. But nonetheless, I think they end up going. Do they go 3-0? Again, the Steelers are going to lose out. I think the Ravens are going to end up getting two out of the next two. That Christmas game is a toss-up. I think Houston might catch off something. But guaranteed 2 more wins for Baltimore. That Texans game is up in the air. So I'll put them at 11-5 or 12-5, 11-6. And the Steelers are going to lose out. So I think the Ravens knock out the North.
This is what I don't understand about Ravens boys, yo. Y'all not good against comp. Like, y'all pretty trash against comp, bro. Pretty mediocre, bro. I mean, congrats. Lamar threw 5 TDs against the Giants. Oh my God. Congrats, y'all beat the Giants down. I would hope so, right? But next week we're going to see y'all play comp again, right? Najee's going to run all over y'all. Najee's going to run all over you guys. George Pickett's going to have a field day again, you know? And the team's not going to show up again and lose at the bank like they did for the past 4 years against the Steelers. I don't understand how you can pick. I don't understand how you can pick a team that hasn't beat a team in 4 years. You know how long 4 years is?
Presidency. I'm with you, but I just think now is the time. It's a pristine essence that they show up. I think they finally do it. I just find it crazy because the AFC North is always like this. It's always like this.
How many games behind are the Ravens? 3?
Yeah, I believe so.
3 games behind. Yeah, they're 10-4. No, they're 1 game behind. No, are they? What's the Ravens record?
They are 3 games behind the 4 games behind the 1 seed. They're 1 game behind the top of the North.
Yeah, they're 1 game behind the Steelers on the tiebreaker. So
yep. That conference record.
I think the Ravens.
That conference record, man, 5-4. Jeez.
Ooh,
the Ravens. They're 5-4 in the AFC.
Jesus, what the Steelers is
7-2.
Yeah, see, they on tiebreaker, and I think the Ravens drop a game to the Steelers and the Texans. I think they lose both, and then they beat the Browns on January. Yeah, so
It's definitely possible. It's looking like the Bills, Chiefs, and Texans already locked up their divisions. So the Ravens and Steelers got something to play for. The Steelers are clinching playoff spot, so they might take it. They might ease up a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see. You know, January football. You know what happens.
Gets unchy. Gets very unchy January
indeed.
football. Man.
Yes, indeed. But speaking of which, some teams that know a little bit about January football, the Rams and the 49ers. I know it gets cold, but the Rams are the hottest team in football right now, bar none. I really think so. Even though they just find ways to duke it out and get these wins. Cooper Kupp didn't do much in that Thursday night game against San Fran, but it was really a defensive matchup. It was rainy, it was cold, so Purdy couldn't really do much. So they leaned heavily on the run game, and the running backs, in comparison to Kyron Williams, was like comparing a dollar to a couple of pennies, respectfully. And we saw it. You know, it was a 12-6 final. It was straight field goals. Nobody scored, but it was really a matter of field positioning and defense. Brock Purdy threw a deep completion to the defense. Darius Williams had a pick.
Deep completion to the defense.
A deep completion to the defense. Darius Williams had a pick. Kyron Williams had put up a buck of 8 on the ground, and Joshua Carty hit 4 field goals because the Rams are always in good position to score. But the primary thing I want to talk about, so the Rams had this one linebacker, the Rondre Campbell. He walked out at halftime.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Oh yeah, I guess he got demoted, and he said, "All right, I'm out." And
Drew Law.
Yeah.
Greenlaw.
Yeah. So he got demoted, and then he was like, "All right, since I'm not starting, I'm dipping out." And the 49ers are so petty, they're not going to cut him. They're going to suspend him so he can't go anywhere else.
That's crazy. I mean, the walkout though, you knew you wasn't a starter from once they signed you. So it's like, what are you walking out for? You knew what you were doing. So like, it's like what are you doing? What are you doing quitting?
Yeah, I don't get no
God.
quitting, but I mean, when I'm hoping that you taking away my livelihood, I might got to go do something about it, you know?
Yeah, tired. Yeah, that's going crazy. 49ers, they're what you call is over though. That season's for sure. Playoff hopes is over.
They are cooked. They are extreme. They're absolutely cooked for sure. I told y'all,
For
Kyle Shanahan keeps fooling y'all. They're about to let that man go. He's out of here. Bro.
Let him go. Let him come to Dallas. I'm perfectly fine with having Kyle Shanahan come to Dallas. Perfectly fine. Having Shanahan in Texas. You know how good that would be, Shanahan in Texas?
You finna go call
You know what Dak would be a freak of nature. He would simply
please.
Oh my God.
Oh please.
Oh my God.
Oh,
he might win an MVP that year.
Oh,
Should have won it last year.
Oh brother. Why are we talking about
I mean,
Dak?
he should have won it last year. You know he should have. I know he should have. We all know he should have.
You know y'all keep
But
him
his
Mike.
team wasn't winning.
Y'all keep him Mike.
We're not keeping that guy. Keep that guy, bro.
Y'all
keep that guy. I'm taking the season off. I'm taking the season off. Keep that guy.
Copy. Y'all keep him Mike. I'm trying to tell you.
Taking the season off.
I will say though, changing coaches does help. That boy Dennis Reese, I believe that's the new coach for the Saints. They look scrappy. Mm-hmm. They may be sorry, but this you know they got some energy. They almost pulled it out against Washington. It was a real close game. It went down to the last play. You had you had Jake Hayner and Spencer Rattler, a bunch of nobodies at quarterback, going band for band with the Commanders. It was crazy. Final score was 20-19. And they came back. They were down by 14. I did see Alvin Kamara. That Alvin Kamara touchdown catch was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. That was absolutely crazy.
I think Alvin Kamara also got hurt that game.
He did. He did. Also, just something to point out, Chase Young, former Commander, he had 2 sacks in this matchup. And people were saying
he get back.
Yeah, people were saying he was cooked, but he got some get back against his former team. And
he was supposed to be so much more though. He's supposed to be the next Aaron Donald.
Yeah, but hey, injuries, work ethic, it all kind of boils down to those 2 things. I think there's still hope. There's still hope, you know. The talent is there. He just has to tap in. But the Saints really almost came back and won this game. It was a last-second touchdown, and then there was like a goal line stop. So, like I said, it's scrappy in New Orleans. I think Darren Reese, I think I said Dennis before, Darren Reese, he might get the full-time job. Give him an all-season to bring in some pieces, and things might be looking up.
Yeah, sometimes you just need a chance to know. For sure. That you really, can coach a bunch of grown men.
Absolutely. And that man Dennis Allen. I knew as soon as what happened. Basically, he was like apologizing last season to Arthur Smith because they scored a touchdown when they were out by 30. He was like, the spirit of the game. Yeah, he lost that locker room immediately. So yeah,
because what are you apologizing for?
Right. It's like, and him and Derek Carr are a package deal. So now that he's gone, they're probably gonna move all Derek Carr soon. So maybe they draft another quarterback. Maybe they rock out with Spencer Rattler, but things are looking up. I was in the group chat the other day. There's a Cam Ward maybe going to New Orleans. If that happens,
he either go to the Giants or because somebody QB gonna go to the Raiders, right? We already know QB going to the Raiders, right?
For sure.
Because even gonna be if Shador goes first, then it's gonna be Cam to New York because the QB's going to New York also.
Right. Maybe Carson Beck going to the Saints in the second round. Maybe I can see that too.
Carson Beck is disgusting.
He is sorry, but I think he's better than Spencer Rattler. I'll say that much.
For sure. What's about this Chiefs-Browns game? Chiefs-Browns game was decent,
The Browns
It
can't
was
catch a
dope.
break, yo. The Browns really can't catch a break. I think Nick Chubb got hurt again. And he just
I think
came
he
back.
broken foot. I think
Yeah, a broken foot. Like this is he was already looking rough, but a broken foot on top of that was just a nail in the coffin. But yeah, the Chiefs handled business early and they got 21-7 win over the Browns. Pat Mahomes threw two TDs. He may be dealing with serious ankle injury. They're saying he's week to week, right?
Yeah, they're saying week to week kind of.
So yeah, so there's a chance he doesn't play one of these games. They had to bring in Carson Wentz for a little bit. I think he threw a touch. He did enough. I remember back when what happened. I think it was a playoff game against the Browns a couple years ago when Chad Henne had to come in. Was that against? I think that was the Browns when Chad Henne had to come in and finish that matchup. So I don't know. It's something about the Browns and the Chiefs. It gets real physical, and injuries tend to pile up. Unfortunately, I mean James Wilson is addicted to turnovers, and as a result, he threw two Stevies. Nick Chubb fumbled. And after that, it was good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I don't know what they're finna do. They're saying that Mahomes' ankle isn't broken, but he has a high ankle sprain, so he's week to week. And the Browns need help, yo. The Browns really need help.
Need to just redo the whole franchise, but
literally just hit the reset button.
Kansas City is ready. They're ready to start dropping games. Right, they're ready to start dropping games. Carson Wentz is good, right? Carson Wentz was good when he first came in, but they ready to start dropping games soon. I think that they play the Steelers. I know they play.
Houston, right? Don't they got a match against Houston or no?
They got Houston next week, then the Steelers, then they ended up with the Broncos. So that's gonna be 3 straight L's, honestly.
Can you be serious? They might just win out. Even with Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz, the Texans, Nico Collins, they beat him. Steelers, they're gonna beat them. Whoever's the QB, Pat Mahomes, Carson Wentz, Joe Montana, doesn't matter. They losing. Doesn't matter. Steelers are beating.
You got a lot of faith in the Steelers, yo.
Then the Broncos easily beating them. Broncos are playing some of the best football currently right now.
I will say they've been hoping.
Definitely been hoping. They're currently the 6th seed in AFC West. They're sitting there currently. They're currently the 6th seed, bro. So it's like,
I remember Joe Burrow says that he still thinks the Bengals have a shot in the playoffs, and they're playing like it. They're 6-8. What is it?
6% chance to make the playoffs currently. 6%.
Yeah. I think they just won 2. Is this the second or third one in a row? But yeah, they smoked the Titans. They smoked the Titans. Brian Callahan was a former, I think, offensive coordinator for the Bengals, and he got dog walked. Joe Burrow threw a party, a fiesta. He threw a fiesta. He threw for 271, 3 TDs. Jamar got his. I think T. Higgins scored in this game. He did. T. Higgins, a Tennessee native. He had to score. A little homecoming for him. Chase Brown, listen, if the Bengals don't draft a running back, I need you to go get Chase Brown next year. Because you said what? Like in fantasy, like I need you to draft Chase Brown in fantasy next year. Because he's been going off. I think he's an RB9 on the season. He has multiple 20-point finishes. He's true bell cow work. Again, if the Bengals don't draft anybody in that backfield, y'all need to go take a swing at Chase Brown. But I will say this is very important. Will Levis is awful. Like he doesn't need to be playing quarterback anymore. He doesn't need to be playing quarterback anymore.
Will Tennessee pick up a QB though this year?
I mean, he got benched. They might just stick with Mason Rudolph. I would take Mason Rudolph over Will Levis.
Sure.
Will Levis threw 12 passes.
Where do you think Mike Ray will coach next year? Mike Ray was definitely going to be a head coach somewhere next year. Where do you think he's coaching at?
It's a good question. I think he's currently a consultant for the Browns, so maybe they just keep him as like internal staff. But if maybe Dallas low key, I could see that.
I like anything more than Mike. So if Mike's not the coach, I could care less who's the coach.
It is.
But I would like what's his name, Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson, Dan Lanning, Mike Vrabel, a few different candidates. Y'all gonna keep McCarthy. I'm sure of it.
Nah, we're not keeping him. Let's talk about this Dolphins Texans game.
Oh, you know.
I ain't like the game that much. Dolphins pretty trash.
You know. Even in the sophomore slump, CJ Stroud handles business. It's simple. He didn't play his best game, but he did enough. Handle business.
CJ is starting to look like very, very, very average. Like right now, it is like 10 QBs I can name that's better than CJ Stroud right now.
You might not be wrong, but here's the thing. How many? All you gotta do is win. Those over L's. Coach Miko is handling business. D'Amico Ryans is really. I really think D'Amico Ryans should be in consideration for Coach of the Year because he's doing an amazing job coaching up this team.
Like right now, I would take Drake May over CJ.
Whoa.
I would take Bo Nix over CJ.
Oh, you're wildin'.
You're not taking Bo Nix over CJ. Have you seen CJ play the last 6 to 12 weeks, 13 weeks?
I mean, yeah, it's not the most like stellar sophomore year, but please let's consider the totality of his career.
He's having a similar season to Bo Nix.
You think so?
Yes.
It's comparable.
He made the playoffs. He made the playoffs his first year. Bo Nix is going to make the playoffs his first year. Bo Nix leads in most statistical categories as a rookie. CJ led in most statistical categories as a rookie. Bo Nix might win Offensive Player of the Year for rookies.
Bo Nix is QB9 in fantasy right
Who?
now. Bo Nix is
Bo Nix?
Yeah, he's
QB9 in fantasy. He's QB9. Like, come on.
Well, that's pretty
So
good.
like, I feel like we quickly forget what CJ Stroud did his rookie year. He had 4,100 yards, 23 touchdowns, 5 picks, and a passer rating of 100.
And
Bo Nix currently
3,000 currently.
He has 2,972.
That's
20 touchdowns, 11 picks, and a passer rating of 86. We can't just avoid this disparity in touchdown to pick ratio. Like, yes, I know. Bo Nix, he probably needs LASIK. He's getting a little bit older, but he's throwing the ball to the other team like Jameis Winston.
What is look how many picks Winston has right now.
We're not talking about right now. We're talking about the rookie season.
Say, bro.
I mean, he has 9 right now.
Look like he needs LASIK. You know what I'm saying? Look like he needs LASIK. Might need it.
I mean, hey, he got 9, but Bo Nix got 11.
Yeah, he's a rookie though.
If you exempt those first 2 weeks, he only has 7. I will say he did go. He has stretches of no pick games as a rookie. I think that's very commendable. And he's thrown the ball like 400 times. No, almost 500 times. So
he went to a way worse situation than
he has 5 in the past 2 weeks.
No, he has. Hold on. Are you sure?
He went to a way better situation. He went to a way worse
He
situation.
had 3 versus the Colts.
Yeah, he had a bad stretch. I say before that.
And he had 2 versus the Browns.
I said before that.
Remember who Nico Collins was throwing to? I mean, who CJ Stroud was throwing to. Bo Nix are not throwing to these guys.
Here's the thing. I pushed back. Hold on. I pushed back a little bit because people were not talking about Nico Collins before CJ Stroud got there. He was good. I knew.
Facts.
I knew, but what
Broncos wide receiver you taking? What Broncos wide receiver you taking over?
You got Courtland Sutton. You got Marvin Mims. People like Marvin Mims.
Listen to what you're saying. You're not even serious. You're not even serious.
You got Vele.
What running
Vele's
back?
cool.
This guy's not
serious.
Vele's cool. Over
Joe Mixon. I mean, none. Joe Mixon has the second highest points per game in fantasy, but Javonte's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, I understand. CJ's in a very Very bad slump.
I think things will get better for him. CJ Stroud, he has all the talent. You have to keep in mind that his team has been experiencing a lot of injuries throughout this season. So
That's a fact.
losing Nico Collins early in the season, was Joe Mixon injured earlier as well? I can't remember.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He missed a couple games.
Yeah, so the Houston Texans have a lot of promise, but a lot of players have been in and out, which kind of leads to this kind of playing with an incomplete team for most of their season because they're supposed to be blockbuster. I mean, look at the lineup: Joe Mixon, Nico Collins, CJ Stroud. Not to even mention the defense. Who's that other wide receiver?
Wide receivers:
Tank
Tank Dell, Steph Diggs, Dalton Schultz. Yeah,
Diggs is even injured. I even forgot about Diggs.
But he had all these guys at the beginning of the year. Still was trash.
they
What are you talking
They
about?
won games. It wasn't pretty.
Look at his.
It wasn't pretty.
Not
but
they're almost using games because of him. Like he's
will
like the reason they're losing
I
games.
will say it wasn't pretty, but hey, W's.
I think that he's doing what he got to. He's a sophomore. Give him some time. He's developing and he's not losing. So I think there's no reason
He is
to
losing.
cast shame on it. What's the record?
They just won the AFC South. They just clinched.
So what are we talking about?
Who's in the AFC South?
The Colts,
Oh, brother, here we
the
go.
Jags,
Like, what are we
the
talking?
Titans. I'm just saying they
See,
just
you just named 3 teams that's in the top 5 picks in the NFL draft currently. Like, what are we talking about? He said
They've won 3 of their last 4, and they're most likely
this dude said he'd won 3 of their last 4. Who did they play? They played the Dolphins, the Mac Jones Jags, the Will Levis Titans, the Cooper Rush Cowboys. Like, what are we talking about? And then they lost to the Lions, and then lost to the Aaron Rodgers.
They had a 3-point game with the Lions without Nico Collins or Stephon Diggs.
And lost. I don't understand what you're saying.
That's
The 3-point
true,
game,
they
3-point there.
lose,
A win is a win. Doesn't matter how long, how short.
Yeah. I'm with you.
I mean, but listen, let's not be stats merchants, like there's more to the game than just what we're seeing on the paper here. This team has the ability to make the next push, but it's just about them being healthy. That's the main thing I want to express.
Here's what I'll say. If the offense can reach the level that the defense has been putting on all year, be afraid. That's really it.
You said if they're healthy, right?
Yeah.
They were healthy week 3 when they got dog walked by the Vikings. 34-7.
That was bad.
Stephon Diggs was there.
Yeah,
Tank Dell was there.
That was bad.
Nico Collins was there. Cam Akers was there. Joe Mixon was there.
That was bad. That was actually very bad.
And then 2 weeks later, they beat your beloved Bills.
I mean, you beat what? Week 5 Bills? They couldn't step on the same field as the Bills now.
You don't believe that.
Why do you think that?
I would simply bet everything in existence they couldn't step on the same field as the Bills now.
It'll be within 7. I'm sure of it.
It wouldn't.
I'm
sure they cover it. Easy minus 10.5.
I'm sure they'll be within 7.
They literally beat the Jags, the Mac Jones Jags, by 3 points.
Divisional game.
It's not even divisional. They beat the Mac Jones Jags.
It is divisional game. Divisional game.
And then watching this Dolphins Texans game, I had to turn it off. I was so like bored.
Hey, Tua's on the Tua. You know how they say golf is on the golf? Tua's on the Tua. Like, Tua will sell you at least twice a year.
Well, hopefully they beat the Chiefs next week. I would like them to beat the Chiefs next week. For sure. I would like the playoffs to run through Buffalo.
The only real convincing wins that the Bills have even had this season have been let me tell you.
The only real convincing wins the Bills have had this season is the best 2 teams on each side of the conference. Jesus Christ.
Not even. Listen.
I was ready to dig something out of the sky, pull it down, and try to bait me. But
let me land.
Let
me land.
Let
me land. They beat the Cardinals by 6. Right? First dog walk they had was the Dolphins.
Well, they own the
Second
Dolphins.
dog walk.
They on
the Jags. Then they got dog walked by the Ravens. Lost by a hair to the Texans. Won by a hair to the Jets. Dogged walked the Titans. Dogged walked the Seahawks. Won by a hair against the Dolphins. Had a marginal victory against the Colts. Had a marginal victory against the Chiefs. Dogged walked the 49ers. Lost by a hair. Then won by a hair. The Bills aren't proven to me, honestly. And these last few games aren't really going to be a test either. You have Patriots, Jets, Patriots. They don't get tested again until the playoffs.
Haven't
What
the
do you mean
Bills
tested?
wait, haven't the Bills graduated from regular season critique? Like, why are we even having this conversation? Why are we even having this conversation?
That's fair.
Brian, what is battle tested to you? You beat the battle tested to me is you beat the best teams of each conference. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs, y'all couldn't. They beat the Lions, y'all can't. You know what I'm saying? No teams should be able to beat these teams constantly.
They beat the Lions.
How many lost?
They
They beat the Lions in Detroit.
Yeah.
They beat the Lions in Detroit with those fans, those diehard fans. They beat the Lions in Detroit with those diehard fans. And not only did they beat them, Jaws threw for 362 yards, 2 TDs. Like, what is this guy talking? You think the Ravens can go down and play with the Bills right now in Buffalo currently today?
Absolutely.
Again, I think it'll be.
And you're gonna see. Don't worry.
What did I say? Within 8, within 7. It'll be a 1-score game.
Y'all can't even beat.
That's what they said the first time we played them this season. What happened then?
Nothing really. They were getting ready.
35-10. What do you mean getting ready?
Nah,
what are we talking about, Dan? What are we talking about? They were getting ready.
Josh was trying to
They were
find his
getting
groove,
ready.
bro.
That's
Josh,
They were finding a groove.
Yes.
They're finding a groove.
nasty.
Yes, bro. They had to find a groove. Now they good. I mean,
That
you
was-
beat both the best teams in NFL, NFC, and AFC, bro. You're battle tested. You know, which is why it brings you to our next point. You know?
Zay. The week before that Ravens game, Josh Allen threw for 263 and 4 tuds. And
That's
then he
true.
lost. And then he lost to the Ravens. So finding the
So
groove.
battle tested who?
So finding the groove is nasty.
Y'all beat the Kansas City Chiefs.
We lost
No.
by a toe.
What is it? What is a loss?
A
All right.
is
A loss.
is
Like, what are
Talk-
you talking about?
Talk
You know?
soon, playoffs.
Y'all talk soon. Y'all won't make it out of wild card weekend. What are we talking about?
You
Talk
don't-
soon.
you
Y'all not
don't
actually-
believe that. You don't.
I do believe that because currently, right now, y'all going to play the Steelers. Y'all haven't beat them guys in a decade. I
You wanna?
can't
Do
remember
you
the last time y'all
actually
beat
want to
them
put
guys.
something on that? Do you actually want to put something on that?
I literally don't remember the last time you beat these guys.
No. Why are you ducking the question? Do you want to put something on that? Because he always saying statements. He doesn't believe that. He doesn't believe that. He doesn't believe that.
Aaron
You don't
Donald
believe
was
we'll make it out of
I think Aaron
You don't
Donald was
believe-
in the league, bro.
You don't
Let's
believe we'll
make
make it
these
out of
guys.
wild card weekend? You don't believe we'll make it out of wild card weekend?
I gotta see y'all play wild card weekend though. 'Cause they-
Now
they-
I gotta see
if
who
they
you
put y'all
play.
against the Texans, oh my god! They put y'all against the Texans again. Oh my god!
Okay, you see that, Dan? I know you saw the. Hold up, wait a minute, backtrack.
It depends what teams y'all gonna be.
But listen-
Oh, actually, y'all could be the 6th seed. Y'all low key could be the 7th seed going in and play the Kansas City again. So yeah,
We're
That
gonna be
definitely not
the
making that
number
wild card
one
weekend.
seed in the AFC North. So
Why would y'all ever be that? They're not good enough. Don't you understand?
You're about to see.
It's not good enough. Like, you know me, I'll take it realistic. You know, Cowboys are simply done. I'm done watching them games.
Yeah.
They're simply over. with.
yeah, they're all in year, right?
The team is simply not good enough, bro. Team is simply not good. You have a power back, doesn't use him. He wasn't involved none of the game last week. Barely. Second half he got involved.
We played the
Second half, he
Giants.
barely got-
We played the Giants.
And he was getting smacked against the Giants
We didn't need him to do anything.
because he couldn't do anything, which is why they put Justice Hill in.
It's not couldn't.
like you
We
needed
just
to.
did- we didn't need him to.
I mean,
Need and eating is two different things.
I mean, hey, what? No.
When Brian wants to get you, he'd be like, he wanted to get hit behind the line.
He did average almost 5. He did average almost 5 yards a carry, so it's not like he was getting boxed in. He got contained.
He was getting smacked. Just Hill though, he did his thing. I had him on the ticket. He was doing his thing. I liked it.
Hey, shout out Bateman. He did his thing too.
My
I mean, I hope
guy.
so.
Shout out to my twin.
What do you mean? I hope so. Like we can't give kudos.
You're playing the Giants. I like
It
you
is
guys
the
playing.
Giants. It is the Giants.
Y'all
though.
playing the Giants, bro. That's like you getting credit for playing the Jaguars now. You getting credit for playing the Jaguars now?
All right, bro. But really, salute to Devontae Walker. Finally seeing some PT now. Looking forward to what he does through the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Who's that?
And I think
the rookie. From
what's his name? What's his name? I think we've mutually parted ways with
Deontay Johnson.
The pick y'all traded a pick for?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Hopefully we get our compensatory pick. Hopefully. I don't know. I don't know how it works with the situation.
I think it was if y'all kept him.
Yeah, I think I had to keep him.
He's just doing too much. I don't know what he was looking for. I don't know what he wanted, but I think he's gonna have a hard time making a career out here in the NFL acting like that.
I told y'all that wasn't gonna. I told y'all that trade wasn't gonna move the needle. I told y'all.
Oh, it moved the needle backward.
I'm telling you.
Definitely.
But talk to me about this Jets versus Jags game. Quick thoughts.
I mean, Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers, peanut butter and jelly, and
went
Brees
crazy this week. I think.
Yeah, almost lost on the playoffs because of that. Garrett Wilson hooped too, so shout out to Garrett Wilson. And
shout out Garrett.
Brees Hall did Brees Hall things, and Mac Jones. No, that man Brian Thomas. Nah, that was excessive. That was excessive. I almost lost.
I think he was benched about 50% of the leagues. If you benched him, I feel bad for you, buddy.
That was excessive. That was not necessary.
Whew. Devontae had 198 yards, 2 touchdowns. Oh my goodness.
Went ballistic.
Wow.
Ballistic.
To say the least.
But yeah, Brian Thomas Jr. He said some franchise rookie records with 10 catches, 105 yards, and 2 TDs. So he set the rookie record for receiving yards in the season and touchdowns. So shout out to the rook. That LSU tree has so many branches. Yeah. Brian, you were right. You were right.
Try to tell y'all. LSU, man. Brian Thomas Jr. I saw the writing on the wall. I was like, yep, he's going to be one of those guys. And honestly, I don't know what's going to go on fully with like their QB situation and everything in the future, but I know Brian Thomas Jr. is going to ball out.
I mean, Trevor Lawrence is still there. They just got to fix everything else.
You see, a few years ago, I thought that the Jags were about to be a contender. I think, not even like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
but I don't know what happened.
Yeah, Doug Peterson got exposed. Simple as that. He got exposed.
Who was their head coach before? Why did they fire that one?
Let's see. It was Urban Meyer. Was there somebody between Urban Meyer and Doug?
Let me see.
I don't think so, bro. Urban
Meyer did coach.
Yeah, Urban Meyer's a nobody. Like, he's a college veteran. He doesn't need to be in the NFL. Right. Urban Meyer's one of the most unserious NFL head coaches I've ever seen. But I don't think there's anyone between Urban and Doug. Doug is capped, so they should get a new guy. I will say, though, they've had like 7 different offensive coordinators. So if you can get Trevor Lawrence on consistency, I think he'll be just fine.
Yeah, but before Doug Peterson was Urban Meyer, yeah.
Yeah, see. It's like you're going from like garbage to like paper points. Shout out Doug, but he's not really Teflon like all the other guys.
I think it'll definitely be interesting to see how they move forward. Because are they slated for like a top 3 pick this year?
Yeah, if you go on Tankathon, I think they're positioned to be number 1 again. But let me fact check that on Tankathon. They're number 4. They're tied.
Okay. And then I'm wondering who they're going to get. Oh, the Jets are going to get the first overall, then Vegas, New England,
the Giants,
Jacksonville, Carolina.
It's the Giants getting first overall. In this mock draft, they have a D lineman.
Really? I just see Shadur in Vegas. I don't know why.
I think so.
Davis. They've been rubbing elbows for a while. So yeah, I think he's gonna end up there. But I did hear some talks about Tennessee recently, and the Giants, obviously. So it's a couple of places I wouldn't be surprised seeing them.
They got Camwell to the Giants, Shador Vegas, and then Travis to Pat.
Ooh.
They got
That'd
us
be
getting a
interesting.
Sean. They got us getting Jeanty a pick 14. I don't know. I would like it. I don't know.
Wait, real quick. Travis Hunter and Gonzo. That might be the best cornerback duo in the NFL. If the Patriots are Travis
Might be.
Hunter, that's nasty.
Yeah.
Gonzo and Travis Hunter would be crazy.
So who do they got going first overall to the Giants right now?
Cam Ward.
Cam Ward.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't think y'all get
wait,
Jeanty though.
My fault. Not Cam
Who
Ward.
then? I think we get an O-lineman, but Jeanty will be there to get, and we might get him.
Who grabbed
he's
him
right
before you?
around. He's right around there. Like my mock has the Bengals taking Jeanty at 13, but Dallas is one pick.
But they got
behind.
Chase now. So.
Yeah. No, I'm still hearing that Chase Brown might not be the guy.
Oh no! But this the thing. They got McMillan going to the Bengals currently. Or if they don't take McMillan, Jeanty's done. We're grabbing McMillan because he's CD level. He's CD JJ Chase level talent at the wide receiver position.
He's a freak athlete.
Oh my God! Don't let him go to the Bengals. Y'all might
Y'all
might never. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's T. Higgins replacement.
Yeah. Y'all might never see. He's a way better T. Higgins. No, like, hey, no T. Higgins. T. Higgins is obviously elite, but this guy McMillan, he's a JJ Chase CD type talent. And with Joe Burrow throwing him the football, that division
dark.
just gets way much harder. It
might get a little dark.
It might just be Curtis, bro. Pull him down.
So it's either between the number 3 overall running back in all of college football history or a freak athlete wide receiver who rivals the talent of T. Higgins. So regardless, the AFC North is going to get even grittier. There's really no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Curtains, bro. Curtains.
This is all conjecture. You know, the Bengals could just take an alignment because they need, or some defense because their defense is a wet paper bag. So
yeah, that is true. But there's a whole draft for that too. So hey.
Good point.
Yeah. But Zay, what are your thoughts on this MVP race?
Let's do, guys. Yeah. Let's do, y'all. Lock the door. Throw away the key. The NFL MVP award will be presented to Josh Allen. You know? Period. You know, he's simply playing football on rookie mode. I don't think it's really no one out there that can really take it away from Josh Allen currently. Except for, you know, if Saquon Barkley would break the record, but that's really about it. And the Steelers really stumped that for him with AJ and Devontae Smith getting 12 attempts apiece. He really stumped that progression for him. You know, look at the contenders this year. We obviously had Lamar. You got Saquon, Mahomes. I don't know if people had him in there, and then you had Goff at sometimes. But right now, the past 3 games he played, he had 14 TDs, 0 sacks, 0 turnovers. And has beaten both best teams in the NFC and AFC. AFC being the Chiefs and the Lions at home. He's also scored 90 points in 2 games. He scored 90 points in 2 games. It's not simply, I know people probably bring up stats like, oh, Goff has better stats, Lamar has better stats, but Lamar has Derrick Henry. And he has 2 legit wide receivers. Jared Goff has one of the most complete teams in football with Gibbs, Montgomery, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Laporta, can I keep naming? And Josh Allen, he has himself and a bunch of JV football players that he'll make him look very, very, very good.
James Cook is not a scrub.
James Cook. I can name 10 running backs better than James Cook. I can name 15. Who you gonna say? What you gonna say? Coleman? I can name 20 wide receivers better than Coleman. You gonna say Shakur? I can name 20 wide receivers better than Shakur. You gonna say Amari Cooper? He played 2 games. You gonna say Dawson Knox? He been out all year.
Ty Johnson doing his thing.
Ty Johnson, I can name 100 people better than him.
Terps. Go Terps.
Go Terps, though. Go Terps, bro. Go Terps.
Like, wow. Jeez.
Go Terps. I'm just saying, because Brian was ready to post on this guy again. Oh, Lamar has better stats. Lamar has Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, Sean Bateman, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely. He has all these guys that you have to worry about. No defense is like, oh my God, James Cook caught the backfield. Oh my God, I'm scared. What?
Wow.
What?
This is disrespectful.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, secure. He's running the dig. I'm scared. Let me go guard him. Oh my God. Oh my God. Coleman's running a seam. Let's go. Stop it. Like he has Zay Flowers speed. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Like
Coleman isn't a scrub. What are we talking about?
Oh man.
Oh my
Like you
God,
can't
bro.
sit here and act like Keon Coleman is scrub.
He's okay.
That's just
I can name you
disingenuous.
20 people better than Keon Coleman. I can name you 20. Oh my God. I can probably name you 25. Right? I can name you 20 people better than Ty Johnson, 20 people better than James Cook. I can't name you 5 people better than Derrick Henry. I can't name you 3 people better than Derrick. 2. I probably only name you like 1 person better than Derrick Henry. And that's Saquon Barkley. So I can't really, you know what I'm saying? I can probably name 7, 10 better than Zay Flowers on a speed tip, on a speed threat. You know, I could probably name 15 Bateman. I can only probably name 3, 4 better than Mark Andrews. You know what I'm saying? He out there, no help, really being a dog. When they put it on his back and winning for his team. So it's simply, you know, the MVP race is over. I think the odds are now probably like, I think the odds currently is minus 800. I think it's minus 800 for
That can't be true. Minus 800 is crazy.
Shit, bro. And it's no help that they played the Patriots twice
That's true.
in the last 3 games. So it's like, is he gonna lose these games? Probably not. So I think he did enough for his case. He'll win it. Unless Saquon comes out of nowhere and averages 200 yards these last 2 games to break the record.
Are we
These last
just
2 games to break the record.
are we just ignoring the case for Lamar Jackson?
No,
He's
we're
lost
not.
5 games, bro.
We're gonna talk about that later, though.
He lost 5 games. What is the case?
He beat Josh Allen. Josh Allen also
And
lost,
Josh Allen has beat both of the teams, and he beats both of the best teams in the NFL.
and
It
lost
doesn't
to the
matter.
Rams.
And Lamar
Yep.
lost to Kansas City. Josh beat Kansas City. He's the best team. That's the best team in the NFL.
Okay.
I don't know about best team in the NFL, but they're definitely competitive.
Oh, that was a
Okay,
good
it's minus
laugh.
900. The Raps is over. It's simply minus
900.
minus $900. You gotta put $900 to win $100.
That's
Oh
a foolish bet.
man, that's a good laugh.
It's minus. It's clips, you know. You know,
That was a good laugh.
it was all good though. It was a fun race. I think this year. I think Lamar's having the best year. I think Lamar's having a better year this year than he played last year. I think this year, if he played this year how he played last year, he'd have won it without any controversy. I obviously thought that Dak Prescott played the best last year. He should have won it last year. But simply because Lamar beat the 49ers, he beat the best team in the NFL. So that's why he won it. But he didn't have the stats to win it.
Minus 900 is crazy. Lamar put 750 second best odds, but minus 900 is insane.
It's like, it's over. The voters already put his votes in. The voters already put their votes in. Unless Josh was to throw 12 picks, lose all 3 of these games, and Lamar goes on a sweeping run and beats them, win the NFC East. I mean, it was the AFC North. That's probably the only chance. And then probably then it's probably too late.
It's possible.
I mean-
It's possible.
I think the biggest thing to consider here is that even when you look at the stats, Lamar's stats are better through the air than Josh Allen's. You feel
I would
me?
hope so.
I've never heard y'all call Josh Allen a running back. Like not once.
I call him
And that's the one thing I want to hear y'all say it.
I call
Say it.
I call
He's a running back.
He's a crash dummy. He's not a running back. He's a crash dummy. It's different. He's
How
what
many rushing touchdowns does he have this season?
He's what Carson Wentz could have been.
You got a couple.
How many rushing touchdowns does Josh Allen have this season? I can't even find the stats.
I'm checking. I think it's like 12, 13.
But if you even still look at Lamar's stats, it's only better because the defense have to worry about Derrick Henry, correct? Right?
Yeah,
Defense have to worry about
absolutely.
Derrick Henry. Exactly, right? They have to worry about Zay Flowers beating him over top, right? It's about the crowd around them.
Yes,
You know,
11.
last year they said Diggs, the Bills need Diggs. They simply don't. You know, they don't need Diggs. It's really just Josh Allen and himself. He's making his team look. Josh Allen has had, what is it? I think like 5 different top passing, like people, each game is having more passing yards than someone else. Like he doesn't have a number 1 target. He's throwing the ball to everyone.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
he has to, you know?
That's true.
He has to. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, Lamar did that in his sophomore season and had 50 touchdowns.
35.
What are you talking
Yeah.
Oh, don't talk about touchdown. Josh has led the league in touchdowns since he's been in the league, not this year. Only time he does the league this year. So don't ever talk about,
Lamar led the league in touchdowns when he won his first MVP.
He did passing
When was this?
touchdowns, yeah. 2019.
Pass touchdowns. I'm talking about
Yeah.
touchdowns in general. And he didn't lead it last year.
Is he not a
Dak-
QB?
Huh?
Is he not a QB?
He didn't lead it
What are we
last year
talking
because
about?
Dak led the lead in touchdowns.
But the Ravens were dynamic in the fact that they could beat anybody. And the only reason I can see it going to Josh Allen this year instead of Lamar is because of the loss to the two Pennsylvania teams this year, the Eagles and the Steelers. But if it wasn't for that, easy win.
Also,
And let me even posture. If Justin Tucker just hits his kicks, the Ravens are undefeated. Like literally. Like
also,
but that's neither here nor there.
voter fatigue can also play a role.
That is true. Because if you look at the stats by the numbers, Lamar has 3,600 yards, 34 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions that all came by the wide receiver.
He
He
also
has
has
not
the
thrown
most.
a real pick this year.
He also has the most fumbles lost this year. Let's not forget that.
Well, and Josh Allen has 3,400 yards, 25 touchdowns, and 5 picks. And Josh Allen be throwing real picks. Let's be serious.
That's
Lamar
a little
should
bit of
truly
hate.
have.
And it's not like that's
Listen.
that's not uncharacteristics for Josh. Josh has led the league.
Yeah,
he's a 30 for 30 guy. He's a 30 for 30 guy. But it's only overlooked because he's going 30 for 30. He's not a Jameis Winston 30 for 30 guy.
That's true.
That's fair. But I just want to point out that if wide receiver induced picks were a stat, Lamar would be 34 touchdowns, no picks this season, 3,600 yards.
No,
With
he threw
3
a
games
real
left to
pick.
go.
He threw a couple real picks.
Which one was a real pick? The one that got stripped out of
I've seen that one. That's
Nelson Aguilar's hand?
Which real picks when he threw it deep and then the man caught
to
it.
who? Which one?
I think he did throw one like at the end of a half, maybe. I could be wrong, but I think that did happen.
That's incorrect, fellas. I want y'all to check the tape on that.
I'm
'Cause
checking.
I've looked at all the picks. I've looked at all his picks this season. None of them have been serious picks.
I'm telling you, bro.
Take a look right here. So you had a pick against the Raiders, where that was a bad read. That Raiders pick was not a good read.
But it wasn't a real pick.
Yeah. Bateman got a little bored, and then there's one against the Commanders. Yeah, tip drill, and this last one against the Steelers. I think we know about that one. Yeah. Okay. So I'll say 2. I'll say 2 of them were his fault. That first one is
Which one was his fault?
That one against the Raiders, he could take some blame for that.
Bateman got little boyed.
He did.
You just said it right there.
He did.
You just said it.
I did, but
That's on Bateman to catch that.
I think
Lamar put the ball in the right place.
Nah.
Okay. I'm with you. Good point. Good point. Bateman got a little boy. He did.
I don't even know where that shit at. I can't find it.
If you type in on the YouTube, there's a short where that gives you all 3 picks. I think the fact that it's a short kind of tells you how negligible it is. So, you got a point there, Brian. You got a point there.
Thank you.
Pick against the Steelers in the end zone?
Yeah, that one too. He got a little boy.
Like you saw it. He's running, and then he gets stripped.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And they said pick.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's a pick.
Why receiver?
How's that a pick?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Hey man, take a pick, man.
If that was Dak, you'd hear
nobody
Zay right now.
It's a pick. It's a pick. Just like it's a pick. It's a pick. It's Dak. Because Dak has had some picks.
A pick is a pick.
They catch it.
Remember, we did talk about this on the closing episode that wide receiver induced picks should be tracked. We did talk about this. So, hey, and shout out to all the guys on TikTok that we keep a track of that stuff. Like this is one dude where it's like he'll break through all the interceptions. Like, was that a bad throw? Was that a wide receiver fault? Or was that just good coverage, etc.? So yeah, I'm with you. There's some truth there.
All right, bet. Salute. But quick thoughts on Cowboys versus Panthers.
Next.
Yeah, like, I don't really got many thoughts. And besides, I told you. Like, I told you. That's all I wrote. Yeah.
This is valid. Let me talk to you guys real quick about the Ravens versus Giants. I really feel bad for Malik Neighbors this season.
I say don't feel bad for long. He'll have a QB next week.
You have a
next
QB
year.
next year.
Yep.
Yeah.
But so far, through injury, through 3 quarterbacks now this season, he's probably seen more than a lot of other wide receivers have seen in 5 years on some more stable teams.
He's still
in terms
going
of QBs.
crazy though. Like, absolutely.
Oh, he's doing his thing.
Yeah, he's going crazy.
He's doing his thing, but it's all for naught because the Giants, as a franchise, aren't doing what they need to do. But talk to me about the Colts versus Broncos.
Peyton Manning Bowl.
Drake May. Bo Nix, dog. Colts.
Didn't the Colts win?
They did.
No, the
Not
Broncos dog walked them. I think the Broncos beat them 40-10 or something like that.
31-13. It's a mirror match. Your boy,
3 picks? Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
Talk to me about your boy AR before you. We'll get to Bo.
talk to me about the guy AR.
Yeah, we'll get to Bo next.
What did the clip say?
We'll get to Bo next. Talk to me about your boy AR.
You know, things are still developing. Like I said, the Lego set, they don't have all the instructions right now.
You said
But
he's back.
That was the exact
He
word.
is. In his past 4 games, he's 2-2. You feel me? The Colts aren't a playoff team right now, but they'll be on their way for next year. You know, they're doing what they got to do. These last 3 games, they'll probably win out. Titans, Giants, Jags. But besides that,
They got a crazy.
Here's the thing. The Colts were up 13-10, right? Let me just give you a little bit of some information on how the start of the 4th quarter played out. The collapse. So they got stopped. Bo Nix, touchdown. Broncos up 4. And then turnover. Broncos score again. They're up 10. And then they get stopped again with some incompletions from AR. The Broncos drive down the field. They get stopped. AR throws a pick. And then, let's see, the Broncos score again. So, I'm just saying, he did not play well. And the smallest sign of a little bit of resistance, and he folded. So,
I hear what you're saying, but I think the biggest thing for him is the fumbles this game. The Colts as a team had 3 fumbles this game. But if you look at the overall team stats and what they did, they had more total offense, more passing yards, more rushing yards, and averaged more yards per play. They were more efficient on 4th down, and they had more first downs, and they had more overall total possession. It just really came down to those fumbles that was the turning point for them.
They had 3 turnovers, and they were up 13-10 going into the 4th, and then didn't score again.
Yeah. Lack of offensive efficiency. I think we kind of look at the offensive coordinator here.
Okay.
You got Jonathan Taylor back there. He's getting 22 carries. He's doing his thing. But can we get him a few more? Can we mix up some packages? You got Michael Pittman over there.
He did all right.
Michael Pittman got the balls 6 times. You got Josh Downs over there.
I like how you're just disregarding the 2 picks that AR threw.
I mean, he threw 2 picks.
Yeah.
But like we said earlier, Bo Nix threw 3.
Yes.
Right. This was, if anything, this was a worse game for
Bo Nix has 3
Actually,
touchdowns.
I can't say. Yeah. I mean,
Just for like saying Bo Nix is in the game.
all right. Okay.
You see how Robbie trying to grab this out of the area and make it make sense.
Okay. Listen, the Colts they're in development. They're going to be a playoff team next year, though.
You don't believe that, but it's okay.
Yes, I do.
It's okay. As Cardinals, the Cardinals are weird, bro. The Cardinals.
I told
are
you.
Weird.
The thing about the Cardinals is they are doing just enough right now. But listen, Kyle Murray is an esports player. You know, you're lucky James Conner is getting it done on the ground.
Yeah.
Because I know the second that Kyler Murray goes home, he hops on the game. And respect, you know, he's an esports player. You got to hop on Call of Duty 6. Black Ops 6.
I'm not going to lie. I was watching this game earlier. It was a little phony. Like, that first touchdown, they keep on getting scooper scores in the end zone. First, Trey McBride got one, and now this Jennings character got one for the Cardinals. So they just keep on falling into TDs. It keeps happening.
Well said. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't see the Cardinals as like a serious playoff team.
Yeah, one and done.
If even that, this game versus the Panthers should be interesting, honestly. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think. They play the Rams, they get dog walked. And 49ers will probably need that last game to get in the playoffs, so they probably get dog walked too.
Yo, you're lucid dreams about the Panthers, bro. They're not ready yet, yo. I just hope you know that.
Okay, man. Hey. Listen. What did they do this past week?
Lost to Dallas. Lost to Dallas.
You know, the Cowboys are bad enough that their badness is like radioactive to the Panthers and makes the Panthers worse.
Brother.
The Panthers play down to the Cowboys level.
You know, where I'm from, we call that copium.
I agree with you. It is maladaptive coping, but
that's copium. That's just really nasty. These Monday night matchups are concluding soon. The Raiders stink, and the Bears are getting handled. So that's what I got for you.
Kirk Cousins is also garbage.
Oh yeah, that part.
Kurt Cobain.
No, it's not his name.
No.
His name was Kirk Cousins.
It's Bijan. It's just Bijan. It's Bijan.
Mike Penix.
What about this Packers Seahawks matchup? What you guys think of that?
Geno Smith
Packers,
got injured.
real playoff team. Very much a contender.
Yeah, I mean Green Bay's cool. They're not gonna do much, and you know, Sam Howell is not good at football. I'm sorry, but Geno got hurt. They're putting Sam Howell for a little bit. It wasn't pretty, and yeah, that was like his first start in however many long. But yeah, it wasn't pretty. They need to probably go draft somebody this year.
I like Charbonnet a lot.
Absolutely.
He's doing good things.
Yeah.
And he's running hard and mean, and he's doing a very good job at it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think they let Kenneth Walker. They let Kenneth Walker walk because he just can't stay healthy. I think they just let Sharp be RB1.
I think that would honestly be in their best interest. Geno Smith isn't bad, and honestly,
Average.
he's average, but he's had a lot of yards this season. But I think this like 50-50 touchdown to interception ratio is really what's going to be their downfall. He's like a more athletic Jameis Winston, honestly. With less overall firepower.
Maybe. I think I'm with you there. That man will hold on to the pill for decades. I'm like, bro, so get rid of the ball, man. But yeah.
I don't think they get a new QB this upcoming season, but potentially season after that, start looking at players like Arch Manning. Actually, they're not going to be. They'd have to tank. Never mind.
Yeah. Maybe like a day 2 guy. Maybe trade for somebody.
Yeah,
But yeah, Gino's not the answer.
perhaps. Honestly, they need to trade for JJ McCarthy.
Oh, brother.
JJ is simply he's a first round pick that's the Vikings' future.
Yeah, like that's
I think they're pretty locked in with Sam Darnold right now
So you're just gonna throw away your first round pick?
for enough draft equity. Yeah,
You're
No
not
one's
gonna
giving them enough
you're not gonna
draft
get what you
equity.
pay. You're not gonna get what you pay for. So you might as well keep it.
Might as well keep him because you spent for him.
that's fair. Okay, and then I think Bears Vikings. Did we already talk about that?
Yeah, the Bears are getting spanked. Like they getting beaten. They getting beat.
27-12.
Yeah, they getting beaten like they stole something.
Falcons are currently up 15-3. I believe they should put Michael Penix in, please. Kirk, he's not it.
All right. Texans versus Chiefs.
Give me Houston.
Dumb
Give me the Chiefs here. Steelers versus Ravens.
Still curtain.
Give me the Ravens here. Patriots versus Bills.
Buffalo.
Yeah, give me the Bills
Giants
here.
weren't tanking.
Giants
I'd
versus
actually
Falcons.
pick the Giants. But I'm picking but I'm picking the Falcons.
Same, bro. Same. Same thing what Dan just said. Exactly the same thing.
Detroit.
Give me the Falcons here. Lions versus Bears.
Detroit by 50.
I think the Bears win here. And let me tell you why. David Montgomery out. This team is hobbled. They had a close game with the Bears last time. I think the Bears take this one and they chop the series.
Okay, Arizona.
Cardinals versus Panthers.
Panthers.
LA.
Give me the Panthers here. Rams versus Jets.
Dare you. Zay, you're not
Jets.
serious. You're not serious. Zay, you're not serious.
Yes,
Zay, you're not
Yes,
serious.
bro. You got to. They
I think it's going to be a close one.
Serious.
They catching that stride.
But give me the Rams here.
No.
They catching that stride right now.
Eagles versus Commanders.
I watch football.
Give me the
I
Eagles.
watch football.
You going against your own team, down?
Yeah, give me the Eagles here. Browns versus Bengals.
That's here.
Bengals need a win, so yeah, give me the Bengals. Titans versus Colts.
Indy.
Got Minnesota. Easy.
Give me the Colts here. Vikings versus Seahawks.
Minnesota.
Ew.
Give me the Seahawks here. Jags versus Raiders.
Just don't turn
Probably
that game
Vegas.
on,
I think.
It's gonna be
I don't even know. A tie? Like I'm a bit. Oh my god.
I think it's gonna be the
I'm gonna take the Raiders. I really
Jags,
don't
probably.
know. That's awful.
Give me the Jags here. What about you, Zay?
Yeah, I'm taking the Jags. The Raiders are actually tanking for sure.
Got San Fran.
49ers versus Dolphins.
I need a legacy game from Isaac and Jennings.
Give me 49ers with Garendo. Buccaneers versus Cowboys.
Tampa.
Say who? Tampa for sure. Tampa.
Give me the Buccaneers here. Honestly, actually, give me the Cowboys here because I feel like the Cowboys don't actually want to tank, so I feel like they might just go catch another one.
Did you see what Baker Mayfield just did?
Saints versus Packers. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm real pro Cowboys right now. I can't really explain it.
I got Green Bay by 50,001.
Yeah, weirdo. I got Green Bay also by 50,000.
Give me the Packers here as well. All right, what are y'all's games of the week?
Mine Steelers Ravens is going to be a movie.
I'm going to have to go Broncos versus Chargers. Both of these teams are on the verge of a playoff clinch, and I think it's going to be a shootout. You know, Chargers coming off of some serious losses and Broncos coming off of a major win.
Versus Sean, that's going to be a good matchup. Bo versus y'all guy. I like it. Should be nice.
Should definitely be a good one. Now let's get into start, bench, cut, Heisman edition. You guys know what it is. You're going to be picking somebody who was a Heisman winner in these respective areas to start, bench, cut. And the way that we'll do it is by decades. So we'll start with current or basically 2020s. So start, bench, cut, Heisman 2020s edition. Devontae Smith, Caleb Williams, Bryce Young.
I'm gonna start Devontae Smith, bench Caleb, cut Bryce.
I'm on the same page as Dan. I'm gonna start Devontae, bench Caleb, cut Bryce.
I'm gonna start Devontae, bench Bryce Young,
Okay.
cut Caleb Williams.
Okay.
All right.
Next one we got is start, bench, cut, Heisman 2010s edition. Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson,
You
and
got
Baker Mayfield.
Burrow, unquestioned. You bench Lamar, you cut Baker.
This guy's not serious. You start Burrow unquestioned. You bench Baker, you cut Lamar.
Why?
Why? Because he wasn't watching college football without hearing Baker Mayfield's name
He is right.
the year he won the Heisman. Wrong or right? Right. When you was watching college football, 9 times out of 10 you wasn't hearing Lamar's name. Every Sunday, a Navy versus Army could be playing, you're going to hear about Baker Mayfield. Because he was that electric, that good in college. Right? Joe Burrow, obviously start Joe Burrow because he won. He went to Death Valley. He won that game. He had one of the best teams, one of the best NFC championships in college football. So, I mean, national football, college football championships. Yeah, national championships in college football.
I got to go start Joe Burrow, bench Lamar, cut Baker Mayfield, simply for the fact that I'm pretty sure Lamar's the youngest Heisman winner like ever.
Win the Heisman?
What did he do in college?
You said what?
What did he do after that though? Like some of these guys
do after that.
These guys are top 10 picks.
1, 2 MVPs
No.
in the NFL.
I'm talking about college. These guys were top 10 picks. One wasn't a top 10 pick.
The only reason that Baker Mayfield won the Heisman was because of voter.
You don't believe that?
Are you
from Lamar Jackson winning it the previous year?
Baker won the fan vote. He won the fan vote by a landslide. He also won the Heisman vote unanimously.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Like, and he went number 1 overall. Yeah. How can you know? How you can go number 1 overall in the draft?
I'm not
like, what are we talking about? Ryan is trying. You see, he gets this guy. He looks for and takes it down. He's so like it's foolish, bro.
Listen,
like a lot of people didn't really hear about Lamar in college. Like, I don't even know about Lamar in college from Louisville.
That's crazy.
I was a college.
Like, what was Baker Mayfield doing when he was 19?
Probably winning the Heisman. Probably won a Big 12 championships like that. Regular.
Baker Mayfield was 19 10 years ago. I want you to remember that.
What does that mean?
When he was 19, let's see. What was he doing?
I will say
he was on Texas Tech.
Beat out Deshaun Watson, Baker Mayfield,
doing nothing.
D.D. Westbrook, Jabril Peppers, and Jake Browning to win that Heisman. And then this is to Jonathan Allen, Deontay Foreman, Christian McCaffrey. Dang, college football. Sheesh. Yeah. I'm with you. You start, bro. You bench Lamar. You cut Baker. You have to. You literally have to.
Why would you have to though?
It just makes sense, bro. Like
Baker literally beat out Lamar Jackson and Bryce Young for his Heisman. What is the argument?
Lamar already had one.
He beat out Saquon Barkley.
Lamar already had one.
No, he did not. Lamar won his after him.
No, he didn't.
When did Lamar win his Heisman?
Lamar won his Heisman. Let me see. Let me double check that. Make sure I'm not over here making stuff up. And he won it 2016?
Yeah.
And Baker won it 2017. So what are we talking about? Yeah, what are you talking about? Hold on. What are you talking about?
He still beat them out.
He's the youngest Heisman winner for a reason. He did it young.
I mean,
like, what are we talking about?
Did he ever get to a championship in college? I'm confused.
Brother.
Zay.
Oh, here we go.
Zay, bro. One with number 1, I don't know. But that's neither here or there.
That's neither here nor there. All right. Start, bench, cut 2000s edition. Heisman winners. Reggie Bush,
Damn.
Tim Tebow, Cam Newton.
Oh.
Yo, what?
You start Cam because he didn't have nobody on that offense. It was just him. You bench Reggie, you cut Tim Tebow. Ooh.
Steamer.
For me, you cut Reggie. I mean, you start Reggie, cut you bench Cam, and you cut Tim Tebow.
Woo.
Name one other player.
Y'all
Name
don't
one
like
other player on
y'all don't
that
like
overall
Tebow?
offense.
I mean, Tim Tebow was great.
Okay, exactly. Yeah.
And Reggie Bush was literally prime football.
You know, when I think about Tim Tebow, it's not just about, like the fact that his team was that good,
Yes.
His team was very great, He had a very good team, But I also factor in, like he was doing his thing. Like he was a culture mover. He was motivating that football room. And 2006 to 2009,
Okay.
he was playing with felons, wasn't he? All right. Listen, a man who leads with the Lord, like Tim Tebow, rising up top with his misfit group. I think that's really noble. And for that reason, I start Cam, bench Tim Tebow, cut Reggie Bush.
You're cutting Reggie Bush.
Yep.
Can I get an explanation on you cutting Reggie Bush, bro? Let's look up Reggie Bush.
Like what?
Let's look up what Reggie Bush meant to college football, and then come back to me.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Like what?
He was a 5-way threat.
Oh my
okay.
good.
All right.
You're a funny guy, man. Yeah, like he just got his just due.
He just got his Heisman back.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, NIL before NIL, am I right? He was on the cover of NCAA 07.
Not rolling.
I stand with my statement, man. Tebow, he was a stud, man. Reggie Bush is not bad by any means. He's great. He's a great, especially in his college days. But what I'm considering here is it's more the eye test.
It's cool.
Right?
It's cool.
Did you not watch Reggie Bush?
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
He said the eye test.
It's cool. These next two, I want to see who actually knows ball. Don't disappoint me. I'm begging you.
Woo! Start, bench, cut. Heisman 1990s edition. Charles Woodson, Ricky Williams, Eddie George.
Only two defensive players to win the Heisman. Travis Hunter, Charles Woodson. You start Charles Woodson. Point blank period. Now, these next two is tricky. It's the two dogs. I'm a bench Ricky Williams and cut Eddie George.
See, me and Dan really be on it, bro. Yeah, I'm saying I'm gonna start the one of the only defensive player that ever won the Heisman, Charles Woodson. I'm gonna bench Ricky Williams down the running back.
Nasty,
and I'm gonna cut Eddie George.
Ricky
Although
Williams,
he was also
that
great
Texas
also.
football. Oh my goodness.
He was done. He was disgusting.
I have to agree with you guys on this one.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You start Charles Woodson, you bench Ricky Williams, and you cut Eddie George.
I think. I don't know. You might throw me off in the 80s.
Start, bench, cut. Heisman 1980s edition. Barry Sanders, Bo Jackson, and Doug Flutie.
Hey man, I think you got the order right there.
Bo was nice, but you start Barry, you bench Bo, you cut Doug Flutie.
Same order.
Bo
you
was
start
nice,
Barry,
though.
bench
Bo was
Bo,
a
cut
dog.
Flutie.
Yeah. Some of these are tough. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna have to agree with you guys there. Start Barry, bench Bo, cut Doug. But yeah. Let's change up the temperature a little bit. let's get into some of these hot takes I got for y'all. First hot take I got for you guys is the Lions won't go very far in the playoffs. David Montgomery is injured, and there are clear holes in the defense that teams are attacking, like the Bills. The defense also has 15 injuries across its whole defensive roster. I don't think this team holds up through the playoffs. It's like a leaking ship. You can only plug so many holes by swapping and swapping players. And there one more key player going out, like, God forbid, St. Brown or Jahmyr Gibbs, to their whole offensive output being slashed in half.
You know, the NFL's the next man up. But yeah, when you're not idealized, when you're not optimized, yeah, it gets tougher. But when the going gets tough, Dan Campbell gonna bite the kneecap. So hey.
Yeah, I think that that is completely false. I think the Lions do well. I think they do well regardless. They do well regardless. It's a next man up. It's not like you're going from having a workhorse running back to some scrub. You're going from J-Mo to Gibbs. It's like, and yes, the defense on the side of the ball, they're getting like a big, but they still have. I mean, you just literally threw Jared Goff went 4 touchdown passes, no picks, like 40 yards. So, I mean, they'll be fine. They'll go far. They're definitely
draft
into the
really
championship
well.
for sure.
So like, even if they don't do it this year, I just think they're
fair.
bound to break through.
Valid. Second hot take I got for you guys. Steelers are not those guys. Eagles showed that the Steelers are not as good as we think. The coming weeks will show that this is more than true. We kind of talked about it earlier. I got them going 0-3 for the rest of the season. And then getting bounced out very quickly in the playoffs. Mike Tomlinson is a great coach, and this team is going to remain above 500, and he's going to maintain his streak. But you need some more wide receiver talent in there, and you need a centralized star running back in there. Najee Harris and I'm forgetting the other guy's name.
We do understand that Russell Wilson elevates talent. Like, nobody knew who DK Metcalf was before Russell Wilson started hooping. Like, he was throwing like David Moore, Ricardo Lockett, Tyler Lockett, Paul Richardson. Like, these are just guys. And the talent in Pittsburgh is comparable. George Pickens isn't healthy, but you have. Who do you have? Who's he throwing to? What, Freiermuth?
Exactly.
I'm interested to know.
Who is he throwing to? I'm actually confused.
The tight end?
And that's just goes to show he's playing well. So I'm thoroughly what's the buddy's name? Not Al, Mike Williams. Like, he's throwing just fossils, and he's still getting the job done. So I think the Steelers are well coached. They took a bat out of Philly, but that's bound to happen at times. So I wouldn't say that they're not those guys at all. I think they hit a bump in the road. They had Calvin Austin, a gadget guy, go for 65 yards. So yeah, I think they just find ways to win, and Philly finds ways. Philly finds ways to win too. Anyway. So yeah, I think it was a down week, but they'll bounce back.
Again, I believe I agree with Dan. The Eagles has just been, it's just the Eagles, bro. This game don't mean nothing. They beat the whole win. They swept the AFC North. They swept them. So it's not like that you can take that game really, be like, oh, the Steelers are horrible. But the Eagles just that good of a team. They swept the AFC North, one of the toughest divisions in the league.
Yeah,
I think blowing out each team or something like that.
Yeah, it was
pretty blow out the Ravens.
They beat every team. They beat every team. Really comfortable each team. Yeah, but the Steelers are those guys. They was out there. They were out there. Number one wide receiver.
Yeah, it is.
A little
5 points is comfortable.
It is.
Yes.
Did you watch the game?
Did you watch the game? It wasn't very competitive. You had a late touchdown. The late touchdown doesn't
14
count.
Versus 14 points.
The late touchdown doesn't count
against the Steelers.
The late touchdown doesn't count.
I did
It
watch the
got
game.
scrappy.
Late touchdown.
Well,
got
I
had.
watched parts of the game
The late,
that I could.
late touchdown
Stream
doesn't
East.
count for the Ravens. They had a late fourth quarter touchdown. That doesn't count. They really beat y'all by what? But that's besides the point. Because the Steelers are those guys. They have Pittman. They have Pickens back. Najee will lock in next week, and they'll get the show going again. Bounce back against the Ravens, and then finish those 2 games out against Kansas City and the Bengals.
I just have to disagree with you here. I think they can go into the playoffs with a losing streak, and hey,
I will
it's a
say
snowball
that
effect.
year they went
It's
11-0.
only going to get worse after that.
They also good on the games before the playoffs, and then they got Baker Mayfield did. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. We've seen it happen before.
Absolutely. The last hot take I got for you guys is the MVP race between Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson is a lot closer than people think. Yes, Josh Allen has put on amazing feats these past few weeks, but more is to come from Lamar. He already has virtually no picks that we've talked about on this season. He's having his best season through the air thus far, and he actually has competition to play these last few weeks to show that he can set himself apart. This matchup against the Steelers is just another clear example, followed by the Texans, and then you're ending off with another gritty AFC North matchup. They have 2 rematches and a playoff rematch from last season.
I think like I said before, I think the race is closed. It's just not enough much Lamar could do to prove, unless he's doing 10 passes, 10 touchdowns each game, which is physically impossible. I just think it's not enough. Even if he beats the Steelers, what I don't think he does. Texans not really a good team, not really comp. I mean, Josh has beat both of the best teams in NFC and AFC. So it's like, can't really hold that yet. He holds the head-to-head, but what does the head-to-head matter when you beat the best team and you lost to the best team? It gets down to it also gets down to who do you have on each team? You have the second best running back in the league to get a common, what you like to call it, a jag, just a regular guy. He just got a bunch of jags on his team, and he's making it work. So I think the race is very much further than people think, than closer.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man. I think Rick Ford said that. I mean, Lamar did take a few L's to Jalen Hurts and some other people, but he beat Josh Allen. So it's like, off that alone, that holds weight, man. That holds weight. And he just had a fun, I think we're shortchanging. He played amazing last night. Or it was on Sunday. He played amazing. So I think it's close still. I still got Lamar, but Josh is right there, like I said on the previous episode. I do. I value wins.
You said you still have Lamar?
But if Josh won that and he beat Josh,
he has 5 losses. He has 5 losses.
And beat Josh.
But he has 5 losses. And you said you value. You said he played
a couple
amazing.
turnovers.
You said he played amazing against the Giants. Bryce Young played amazing.
I understand.
Baker Mayfield played amazing. Cooper Rush played amazing. Do we value the Giants' stats now? Like, I'm confused. Like, every QB has played amazing against the Giants because they're the Giants.
Don't get me wrong.
Did he play amazing against the comp he played when he played the Eagles?
He didn't play that.
Not really.
You're right.
Listen,
did he?
Josh Allen is the most valuable player on the Bills, but of the NFL, I'm rocking with Lamar.
I wouldn't. Because if you take Josh Allen away from the Bills would simply be a top 5 draft pick team. You take Lamar away, and you still have Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, Justice Hill.
They
will still probably compete in the North. They will still probably compete in the North. They will have a way better record than the Bills. And I want you to sit here and say that to my face, and I want you to sit here and think about what you said.
They wouldn't.
They would have a better record. They would have a less better record than the Bills.
Derrick Henry is only able to rush the way he is because Lamar Jackson is back there. You have to watch out for the threat of Lamar Jackson. Like, let's be serious.
So Derrick Henry wasn't a 1,000-yard rusher when he was with the Titans with Jags?
He's 30.
What is that? He was 30 with the Titans last year. He was still 30. And he rushed for 1,000.
And he's having a better year this year.
No, he's not. He's having a worse year.
How's he having a worse year?
He's having a worse year. He had more yards for the Titans last year.
It's not true.
The season isn't over.
The season's damn over. It's 3 weeks left.
I'm not rolling. That's
accurate.
I'm looking up the stats right now because you know Zay like to make up stuff. What are you talking about? He had a better season last year. Yeah, he had more attempts. But this year, he has almost 1,500 yards. Last season, he had 1,100 yards through the whole season.
So you're saying is you making it like there's a difference
it's cool. It's cool.
What? He still has 3 more games.
We know what Zay's doing. It's fine.
He had 1,100 yards last year.
Brian, you do this sometimes.
It's all right. He's just trying to inflame me.
He has 1,100 yards last year. 1,100 yards not going. He had 1,100 yards with the worst QB, and then he has 1,400 yards with one of the best QBs.
He is going to have his best year since 2020 this year, and that's a fact. And that's because Lamar Jackson is back there with him. Point blank and simple. It's not because of the strength of the Ravens O-line. We've seen Daniel Falalele and what's it
Ben
called?
Cleveland
and Ben and Makari have been, and Ben Cleveland have not been the best this season. Love the guys, but they haven't been the best this
Ronnie
season.
Stanley. Golly.
So, it's because of the versatility. Listen, we're not even listen. The Ravens O-line is Swiss cheese, but the only reason that it can be held together is because you have Lamar Jackson back there. So you have to respect all options and all phases of the game.
So how does that?
And that's why he's the most valuable.
How's that making the MVP? The field. He's not even the most valuable on his team. Like people worry about Derrick Henry. The only person you're worried about with the Bills, the only who you worry about on the Bills?
17.
Who are you worried about?
I already told you.
Who are you worried about?
I already told you.
Who?
Don't
17. Who are you worried about on the?
Whoa.
You're worried about Dalton Kincaid played one game this year. How you worried about Dalton Kincaid?
Whoa, Dalton Kincaid.
Dalton Kincaid played one game this year. Who you worried about on Ravens?
Oh,
what are you talking about? This dude is foolish, bro. Like
Keon Coleman, James Cook.
How many games did Keon Coleman play this year?
Like 6, 7.
This dude out here. When you think about Ravens, you're worried about 8, 22, 4, 89. What number is 81? What's likely? Like 7? What's Likely's number?
80, 88.
42.
80, 88.
Worry about 42.
So you're geeking me.
Well, like, come on, bro. You worry about when you play the Bills, you're worried about 17 and 17 only. That's it. That's why he wins. But that's why he's minus 900 in the fantasy. That's why he's minus 900 in the sports because it's over.
Yeah, when he went head to head with Lamar, when it was 17 versus 10, 17 versus 8, 8-1.
Yeah, because he has a better team. I would hope he would win.
And he did it with less pass attempts too.
Yeah, because he has a what was Derrick Henry, the best running back at that time? Before Saquon got hot? Like, Jesus Christ. Like, you're just feeling it. Like, wasn't Derrick Henry the best at that time? Like, he was simply on fire, right? That's when he was busting 99-yard runs, going like 35 miles an hour. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah. But like I said, at the root of it all is Lamar commandeering. You take Lamar off of the Ravens. The Ravens are
Derrick
not
Henry
as successful.
would still rush for 1,000 yards.
He'd still rush for 1,000 yards, but the record would be a lot worse.
It would still be the same.
I doubt it.
It was still you take Josh Allen off the Buffalo Bills. I'm not sure that franchise lasts much longer. I'm not sure they're still part of the NFL.
Well, I mean, the Bills already showed they can't handle big personalities.
How?
They got Diggs up out of there so quickly.
Yeah,
not off of his talent, and look off of his personality.
Look how his is paid out. One team is 11-2. The other team is what, 9-5?
Hey,
big personality doesn't win championships. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't win championships.
Yeah. What?
Leads to the boom. That's not big personality. Richard Sherman wasn't that big personality. Russell Wilson is a.
Dion.
I mean,
look at your Cowboys.
Not T.O.
Dion.
Mike. Not Mike.
They not big personalities.
Deion Sanders is not a big personality.
Deion is not. He said Deion.
His name is Prime Time. What are we talking about?
He said T.O. Michael Irvin. Yeah.
Ray Lewis on the Ravens. Like, come on,
Yeah, but
come on, Zay. Come on.
Big personalities win.
Call them.
I'm not saying it. I mean, but what do they got to do? The wins matter. And wins,
don't worry. Wipe your chin off, man. Stand up. Put the gloves up. Bite the thumbs.
I'm ready to break it down. So I'm breaking it down to you, right? The reason Lamar won last year, right? Because he beat the best team in NFL currently, which was the 49ers last year, right? He beat him. That's when he won it. And Dak lost it because he lost to both of them, right? Because Dak by far had the better stats.
Dak can't win, that's all.
I'm ready to get you. Dak can't win. He lost. Flip it. Lamar has the better stats.
And
Josh Allen beat two of the best teams in the NFL. What are you saying?
But he didn't beat the Ravens. That's the big thing that you're not.
And the Ravens have 5 losses, bro. No MVP is winning with 5 losses. They might have 7 by the end of the year.
Cap. Listen.
They might have 7. What MVP has lost with 5 losses, bro?
Actually, let me see.
The last MVP that has won with 5 losses. 5 or plus more losses.
Maybe AP.
Barry Sanders.
He said Barry Sanders. He had to go to ancient times to find an MVP. Oh, Jesus, that conversation.
Damn,
in 1997, he lost 7 games and he won MVP.
Maybe.
Yeah, let's go to the next. What's the next question? Because that's all.
And then Adrian Peterson with 6 losses, and then Matt Ryan with 5 losses. Oh, Rich Gannon with 5 losses in 2002. Marshall Faulk with 5 losses in 2000. Brett Favre with 5 losses in 95.
You're naming like
Brian Sipe.
Brian, stop.
Brian Sipe.
Stop. Brian Sipe
in 1980.
Like he's naming people that didn't. Like,
wait, let me continue. Let me continue. Earl Campbell in 79. Walter Payton in 77 with 5 losses.
Did he say Walter Payton?
O.J. Simpson with 5 losses in 73. And then more recently with 4 losses, Patrick Mahomes. Aaron Rodgers, 2014, 4 losses. Peyton Manning. 4 losses in 3 of his.
Where is the 5 losses in 20th century? That's what I'm trying to find. 2010s.
I already told you.
I'm trying to find it.
Adrian Peterson, 2012. That was the last time. The most recent. He had 6 losses. Matt Ryan in 2016. Rich Gannon in 2002. Marshall Faulk in 2000.
What?
You have 2. You have 2 in the 2010s.
Who?
Adrian Peterson and Matt Ryan.
What was Matt Ryan record?
He had 5 losses.
Dang. I mean, it's possible.
So what are we talking about?
What's up? You named one.
It's possible.
What? It was 2016. This is 2024.
He is. It's
Dan. He's moving the goalpost.
No,
moving around.
He said one person out of a. Who did he lose? Who was else in that award?
I said one person, and guess what? That one person was also a QB. And if you want to also go back, since you guys want to call Lamar a running back too, Adrian Peterson, 2012, with 6 losses. Another running back, Barry Sanders, with the most losses. So it's possible to win with 5 losses. It's happened with more than 5 losses. 5 or more has happened 10 times. And since 2000, it's happened.
That's a lot.
4 times.
40% of the
4 times
happened in the last 25 years. That's a lot.
So yeah,
I can't see it. I couldn't see.
Were you looking for something?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What you looking for? Nah, I did.
He didn't get me, bro. It's 4 times. He said he won 4 times. Do you want to put something on it that Lamar doesn't win?
No, he's answering the question.
I already
Silence. That's it. Silence. That's it. Science. That's
I already asked you to put something on something earlier.
That's it, bro. That's it.
We talk one step at a time. You said we were talking about you said Ravens don't make it out of the wild card. Put something on that first. Let's talk. We'll talk offline.
If y'all even make it to the playoffs, bro, I hope so.
Do you want to put something on that in itself?
What was this? Matt Ryan 2019. Oh, that's a bad cat.
He said, "Oh, he actually did have 5 losses, huh? Yeah."
No, he actually had 4 losses.
He had 5.
Oh, but Tom Brady had 7. Like, that's what I'm confused. Tom Brady had 7 and Aaron Rodgers had 7. That's the only reason he was the best QB. Oh, yeah, there it goes. I was so confused, bro. I was like, why is these QBs not? Why did he win over Tom Brady? Because Tom Brady had 7 losses.
So it can happen.
It
can happen.
He had 5 losses. And he wasn't. Ezekiel Elliott wasn't going to win. Le'Veon Bell wasn't going to win.
Happen.
Yeah.
Asked if it had happened.
Jared Goff has 2 losses. Jalen Hurts has 2 losses. Josh Allen has 2
Allen.
losses. Lamar has 5. Oh my God. Ocho, the MVP voter, even said it doesn't hold no weight because he beat both the teams. And he's an MVP voter.
Sure.
He's already said, yes, he's an MVP voter. He's already said that Josh Allen has the thing locked up and that the win against Josh Allen doesn't matter because he beat both of the teams, both of the best teams in the NFL. And he said the eye test. When you look at Josh Allen play, oh my God. It's like, oh my God. What's his loss? He lost against
Listen.
Like he lost. What was Lamar's stats that game?
I'm pretty sure. What's it called? He had 2 touchdowns, 156 yards.
Oh my God, 156 yards. Get out of here. I don't need to hear no more, bro. He had 156 yards.
Rushing.
Threw the ball 18 times. You threw the ball 18 times, Dan. He's your MVP. He threw the ball 18 times. Derrick Henry rushed for 200 yards. Derrick Henry beat Josh Allen. Oh my! I didn't even know this. I'm out here debating with guys that's talking about Lamar threw for 1,000 yards against Josh Allen. Derrick Henry rushed for 100,000 yards. Justice Hill rushed for another 100. Jesus Christ!
He threw for over 70% completion.
I would hope so. He threw 18 passes.
Yards, 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns to the air. A touchdown on the ground. 135 passer rating.
I would hope so. You throw 18 passes, bro. I would hope so.
4.
How many passes is that a quarter?
Anyways,
if I throw 4 slants a quarter, I can get 118 passes.
4 slants.
This guy had a legendary performance against this game.
Here we go.
This was a game you were talking about this whole time they beat him. Oh my God. I did not. Dan, you made it seem like this dude has blown him out. He threw for 330, 3 touchdowns, 134 to 35. Derrick Henry had this is why they won. Derrick Henry had 24 carries, 199 yards. He had more. Derrick Henry had more yards than Josh Allen had passing yards. Lamar.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That is crazy. I was holding. Oh my God.
Listen, man.
What is going on? That's what y'all was talking about? Get out of here.
We're not going to reach a consensus on this, so let's change the temperature.
What?
Damn. Talk to me about these cold facts.
Yo, if I knew that was the game, yo, y'all made it seem like this guy.
The NBA is not the biggest draw as of late, but it's raining a lot. Your Mavs and the Warriors, they had a matchup where the 2 teams combined for 48 trades, which is an NBA record.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I always say that Steph Curry did irreparable damage to the NBA, and I still believe that. And in that same matchup, Luka had another 30-point triple-double, which is his 48th, which would now tie him for second all-time with Russell Westbrook. Oscar Robertson had 106 30-point triple-doubles. So I really think Luka can beat that by the end of his career.
Jesus.
Yeah. And also,
play long too.
Jared Goff threw for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns in the game and lost. The only quarterback in NFL history to do that. Before him, QBs were 16-0 when they threw for 400 yards and 5 TDs. So, it's very unfortunate, but at least he's putting up good numbers. Very Prescottian, sorry to say, but it's very Dak Prescott-ish. Crazy numbers and the big L.
You know, Goff is doing great things this season. I think the biggest thing is, like I'm saying, the holes, man. Like, Goff, I think that his play gets overshadowed because Campbell's the biggest personality on the team. But he's a number 1 overall pick for a reason. He's accurate in the pocket, and he has an arm on him. And honestly, I think looking back at the Stafford for Goff, I think both teams won because Goff is doing his thing now, and the Rams were able to
both
get one
teams definitely won that trade.
With Stafford.
And
So
let me just say this real quick: the Rams, yeah, you know, I think the owners that F them picks, they're still making good picks in day 2, day 3. So, I mean, hey, it worked out. Yeah, it worked out.
One of the best up doing it.
The NBA Cup is cool.
talk to me what's going on in the
Watch
NBA.
it. It's pretty cool. I know they're not marketing the best, but it's cool. Watch it. A few sneaky trades happened. The Warriors traded for Dennis Schroeder for the cheap. Yeah. You know, yeah, it's a nice little vet.
That's cool.
And speaking of vets, LeBron came back from a 2-game sit down. Apparently he had some foot soreness. He also had some personal matters to attend to, but he came back and looking fresh. He was hooping. And one thing I want to talk about is how the Sixers just imploded. They said that Joel Embiid has a sinus fracture. That man has the durability of a veggie straw. And I think Jared McCain also got an injury. So it's not looking too good. NBA Cup, the final is in place. We got OKC versus Milwaukee. I think Darvin Ham. I know he's an assistant, but Darvin Ham's like undefeated in the NBA Cup. If you go back to his stint with the Lakers, so it's kind of cool. OKC finally looks like they're what people think they are, if that makes sense. And yeah, should be a good one.
Absolutely. How do you think see this NBA Cup going?
I can't root for the Bucks because they're not managed well. I've talked about this ad nauseum, so I'm picking OKC.
Got the Bucks. No, I like Shea.
The Rockets
I got Shea.
Are in the running. Well, they've been associated with Jimmy Butler. The Rockets, the Suns, I think the Warriors were in the running for Jimmy Butler, potentially trading for him. The Rockets GM Raphael Stone said that these intentions are fraudulent, but you know, players move a lot. Additionally, I talked about the Warriors and the rainmaking. But yeah, I think, like I said, Steph Curry broke basketball. Like, teams are averaging 37.5 threes a game. On average. That's disgusting.
Jesus.
So yeah, I really hope there's a I don't even know what the word is. A return to the norm of like the traditional power forward, like 2000s basketball, the best era of basketball. And yeah, the viewership is down 20%. Hopefully they can fix things with this upcoming class with Cooper Flag, AJ from BYU. He's gonna be nice. So yeah, things are just looking real bleak. But NBA Christmas is around the corner. All-Star Weekend's coming up right after that. So hopefully things can be on the upswing from there.
All right, cool. I mean, I think the biggest thing is, come January, and especially after the Super Bowl, basketball becomes a bigger focus. And I don't know why, but I feel like basketball used to be a bigger draw around this time. I used to look forward to NBA Christmas, like a big matchup, but I don't know. Maybe it's because LeBron is getting older. Like,
yeah, their marketing team.
I don't really feel a draw for NBA Christmas.
Like, they got all the hype from the bubble, and not Lil Wayne. The NFL was just sitting in the back like Birdman, just waiting and plotting. And since COVID, they're gonna walk down left, right, and center. They got Beyonce. Like, what? Yeah.
It's crazy.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, she's performing at halftime. I think Beyonce and Mariah Carey performing at halftime. No, no.
Wait, is this in Baltimore?
Texas. Yeah.
It's in Texas. Because it's Beyonce.
Oh, it gotta be, right?
Yeah, it's in Texas. It's from Beyonce.
Absolutely. Speaking of
I'll
Netflix,
definitely be watching that game on Netflix.
Monday Night Raw will be airing on Netflix starting in January. I don't think I covered it on this pod, but yeah, that's like a major. It's a big money deal. So, for our wrestling heads, Monday Night Raw will be on Netflix in about 3 weeks, so should be good. So yeah, one's on Monday, one's on
Wait,
Friday.
what's the difference between
That's
SmackDown and
debatable.
Raw?
But
SmackDown is
one's
the
on
better
Monday,
franchise.
one's on Friday.
Okay, all right, bet.
Oh,
What we got
I
going
do want
on
to
in
send my well wishes and prayers to
other
Randy
sports?
Moss. He announced that he's he announced that he's battling cancer. I don't think he specified what form, but I think he did say liver.
I think he said liver.
He put out a statement on Friday.
Liver cancer.
I think he was looking okay. He did his chemo, put out a statement. He's in good spirits. No, love and light, prayers, and well wishes.
Prayers.
Definitely keep Randy Moss in your prayers. I know for the Vikings, they were out there saying we do it for you.
They walked out. I think they hoisted his jersey and did some that.
I know.
Yeah.
I know when JJ scored today, he was like, "We love you, Randy." His touchdown celebration. So
we want to see our legends in good health. So prayers and well wishes once again.
Prayers.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh yeah, I mean,
is that all we got? I think that might be everything.
There was just a topic and then the rest one real quick. Saturday night's main event. Talked about it on TikTok. It was like the first time in like 15 years. It's pretty good, if you watch it, it's on Peacock, so you can catch the replay. But yeah, check it out.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for listening to this episode of the Fear Pitch Podcast. As always, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and if you're on podcast, leave a 5-star review. Let us know what you think of the podcast.
Peace.
Take care. God bless.